Yes, it is going to be a rematch of our winners final. TK already beat Luminosity 3-1 once for today, which means now LG coming in from the losers bracket will have to beat Team Kaliber twice. And so far, Merc, no one's even beat him once on land. So, I mean, can you see LG doing it not once but twice?
I mean, it's very difficult to say. Obviously, when you go back and look at the series that they played, they probably should have extended that series at least to a game number 5, that St. Marie Hardpoint. You heard Slacked in that interview. You felt like it was very frustrating for them. They were still thinking about it. So, I mean, is it possible? Of course. We'll see how the map Vetoes play out. If Octane Slacked play to their potential. Even John, he has a big one-on-one versus Kenny, because that's really going to be an impactful matchup through the entire match. If they can win those close gunfights, we'll have to wait and see. I think LG can at least take it to a second series. Talk
about key player matchups. That's definitely going to be the key one I'm going to be watching out for. Kenny versus John. I mean, you have faith at potential second series. How do you see the Vetoes going though, Chance? Is it going to be similar to what we saw in the winners final here, or do you expect maybe another curveball to come through?
I think there are no more curveballs at this point. Everyone's seen everyone play just about everything, with the exception of a couple London docks for TK, but if they want to ban it, they don't have to. And I think United probably had the best draw against TK that we've seen in terms of map Vetoes, but even then it still doesn't work. So we talk about LG. If they had extended the series to game 5, what happens? But TK, they're undefeated in game 5s too. So I mean, they're undefeated on land, for a reason. They are a dominant team. The expectation, without a doubt, is for them to win.
I also believe they're 6-1 in round 11s as well. So if it does go the distance, you can pretty much heavily favor them there. But obviously, Luminosity Gaming, Dirk, how are you feeling here? Is it going to be a TK all day? They're going to go back-to-back, win their second championship?
I do think you're kind of going off what Merc said. I think they're going to be able to take the first series. And my biggest question is going to be just how is TK going to be once they finally lose a series? How much are they going to get into their head? Is that going to play a big factor? Or are they going to be able to stay calm, cool, collect, to say, okay, let's move on from this point? I mean, we're the best team in the game for a reason too. But I do see Luminosity probably taking the first series. The second one, I could see it going down to the wire, but I still think it will be TK coming out on top of that championship.
Okay, so a couple of you saying potentially LG could reset the bracket here. If that was the case, Merc, how do you think TK would approach the Vetoes the second time? Because of course they will have to re-veto if it does go to a second best 5. Did you change things up, or did you kind of stick to what worked or didn't work in the first best 5?
This is the thing with this matchup, is that Luminosity loves to play London docks. They're not afraid to play London docks, CTF, S&D, or a Hardpoint. For TK, they get rid of those every single time, so that's when you see those Gibraltar's Hardpoints. That came down to the wire where you saw Luminosity take it in that first series. I honestly don't think the map set changes very much from that first winners round where we saw them face off. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's going to be the same 5 maps that we saw the first time.
Okay, that's a bold strategy. The same 5, but I mean, it could potentially, we have to wait, of course, for our map Vetoes to come through. That will be in just a little bit. Of course, we're trying to get the teams ready, set up on our main stage for today's grand final. Of course, Team Kaliber versus LG. So excited for this one. Both of our two teams have fought hard through the entire bracket here at CWL NOLA, presented by PlayStation 4. And there are our players warming up. Of course, it was Luminosity that just knocked out Rise Nation. They will bow out in 3rd place here at the Call of Duty World League New Orleans Open. Up next, though, it's grand final time. Can Team Kaliber go back-to-back?
Wait, the buffet's open until 12? It's 11:55. When I was 16, I got diagnosed with celiac disease. So, I mean, for anybody that doesn't know, it's basically like a gluten allergy or intolerance.
See, we can do an omelet. Why not?
So it makes it like really hard to travel, and like especially New Orleans. Like you come to New Orleans, everything's deep fried, so it's like that's not good for me. A lot of people wrote us off at the last event as a fluke. Take it with a grain of salt, take it on the chin, and just keep moving forward. Like, people don't want to give us credit, we'll prove it here. And then when we do it back to back, are you still going to call us a fluke? Keep watching me eat.
Y'all split the 80,000? 2020, all over 20. My baby, when he came home from school yesterday, it's a long extended weekend. So he came home from school, he got right on the game. He didn't get off the game. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning trying to go to get ready to go to work. He was still on the game.
That was me, like years ago. And now I just won 80 grand, so crazy, right?
Yes, indeed. But $80,000, I'll play too.
I got blessed.
Wow, you got me a banana? Thank you. I appreciate it. My president. Feeling good. Ready to play, take care of business.
I don't know why we're so calm, I guess we're just all comfortable with each other. Never really doubt in anybody on our team, and I think if we just play the game how I know how to play, we're always calm, I guess. I just feel like if we stay calm and play our game, we're always fine, so that's what we try to do.
Yeah, you guys go over here.
So if I wear compression socks, and I'm walking around a lot, is that bad? My old teammate Kaliber and I, we won the World Championships in Advanced Warfare in 2015. So it finally fits. See that? Cody World Championships. Oh my, it's dirty.
Really bad out there. What Chris and Tommy are doing. We obviously thought we should have won that TK series. We kind of just choked it, but we're going to leave that behind going to day 2. We play the open bracket team that's coming into pool play. We're going to go hard against them, hopefully get the W against them, and then we find out who we play after that.
Let's go. Can't wait to play, man. I just love competing at these events, man. They're so fun. Seeing everyone, competing against everyone, just going hard. It's always a great time.
What up, dog? How you doing? Good, how you doing, buddy? Chris. It's cold, man. This is how I'm going outside. I gotta keep my face warm. That's how I shoot straighter when my face is warm.
We are headed to the venue for day number 2. It is ready to play, excited and ready to play. Yesterday was all right day. Could have been better, but you know, stuff happens. You lose some, you win some. But today, we just gotta keep going hard, get to that championship bracket, and then from there, just keep the momentum going.
Let's go, baby. We're here, day 2. Let's get it.
Of the match, Realty tries to stay aggressive there.
Just watching a few of the matches right now, trying to find out who we're gonna play, but there's a lot of close games right now, so we don't know yet. But I got confirmation that we do play on main stage at 3:30 versus the open bracket team, so that's always good. I always love playing on main stage. That was such a good play out of Rick too.
Let's go.
Wow.
We played Lightning Pandas. We played Lightning Pandas before, twice in the 2K. We beat them both times, but they're a really, really talented team. They have a lot of underrated talent, so it's going to be a good match. I think if we play well in our searches and we take one of the hard points, we should be completely fine, but it's going to be a tough match. Definitely one of the harder open bracket teams that we could have faced.
So they called us up to the main stage. We're getting ready to play. Going to set up, probably warm up a little bit, shoot some bots, and get right into it. So let's do it.
Well, played them in the last 2 2Ks, lost, but I feel like we should have won.
Man, Revin, this is going to be a good one. Map number 1.
Excited for this game.
I definitely think you favor FaZe coming to the series, but look, Lightning Pandas, that they're hot from the open bracket, and FaZe, of course, it takes some time to get the juices going, as we were just talking about.
We'll see if FaZe clan can do it.
It's in overtime right now. Lightning Pandas just scored. FaZe has a minute and 30. Get another flag capture to win it right now.
Finish. Lightning Panda, White FaZe 3-0.
Got 3-0'd. You know, I didn't expect, but it happens a lot to teams when you're playing a first series of the day on Saturday. And the team we were playing has been playing for hours.
When do we think the next game will be?
We got like 6. We got to see when we play. Now we're just waiting. We're 2-2 in the pool. If Lightning Pandas loses to Mind Freak, then I believe we go through in the winners. If not, we got to kind of wait and see if we're going to be in the losers bracket.
We're playing against Lightning Pandas. I think it should be a good one. They beat FaZe, I think 3-0, which is really, really surprising me. I honestly did not think they were going to beat FaZe, but probably be a 3-1 game us again. They'll probably take a map because they're hot right now, but see if we play our game, I think we can win this one.
We got Lightning Pandas versus Team Kaliber.
They select work on FaZe on this exact map, but now they're going up against a deadly Goliath.
4 points left. Nobody's in position, and Team Kaliber closes this one out. Go, baby! Shit!
That, Dylan! Trash! Plants on our best map. They're not winning.
This is perfect cut by Lightning Panda. 16 seconds on the clock, and they're gonna get Gino. Lightning Panda ties the series up.
Everybody regain. Come on.
2-0, 1 fire. 2-0, 1 fire. So that is going to be it. Lightning Pandas 4-1 on one of TK's best TTF maps.
We're not losing the series. Let's go.
Shot from side, my bro.
247, 248. Nobody's gonna make it in this hill in time.
Go, baby!
Team Kaliber ties this one up 2-2. Folks, we're going to game 5.
Go, dude.
That is going to be it. Team Kaliber.
Games. Overall, it's a good series. They played a lot better than I expected.
Fourth map, we clutched up something crazy, and then last map, same thing, clutched up, just closed it out. I don't know, just another day in the office.
So right now we're just watching Mind Freak versus Lightning Pandas. Basically, if Mind Freak wins, we go into bracket play. If Mind Freak loses, we go into losers bracket. So it's a pretty big match for us.
You're just hoping that Mind Freak clutches up for us, and we get a new chance to life in winners bracket.
It sucks when you're a spectator, just kind of sitting here watching, no control over your destiny.
I'm very nervous. I'm so nervous watching this. No, bro, you got streaks. 2.
What score right now?
3.
Let's go!
We're second, baby. Phase up, boys. Let's go, boys. Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for here at the CWL New Orleans Global Open. It is time for our grand final matchup. That's what I like to hear, folks. We have a very special series coming up. 2 North American juggernauts going at it. Before we get started, we must first introduce our 2 teams coming from the losers bracket. Give it up for Luminosity Gaming. They are looking for vengeance as they've dropped 1 series this entire weekend. That series just so happens to be their opponent they're going up against in this grand final. Multiple Call of Duty World Championship players on this team. Can they finally secure their first Call of Duty World War II land victory? We're about to find out. Their opponents, though, they are the CWL Dallas Open reigning champions. They are undefeated on land in Call of Duty World War II. Make some noise for Team Kaliber! They most certainly have the crowd behind them. They are dominant across every game mode, and they are looking for back-to-back Call of Duty World War II Global Open LAN Championships. It's simple, everybody. They're fighting for this trophy right here and the majority of the $200,000 prize pool. Now, folks, as you can tell, the thousands and thousands watching online are ready. The teams, they are ready. CWL New Orleans, are you ready? The Call of Duty World League New Orleans Grand Final starts right now.
Let's get right to the business. The grand final here at the CWL New Orleans Open, presented by PlayStation 4. Fantastic intro to both of those 2 teams from the wonderful Papa Jack. I'm so excited for this one. Of course, now the only one question that remains for us here on the analyst desk: what will the vetoes be? The players taking their seats, getting ready to head into this grand final. Merc, what are you expecting to see here in the vetoes?
Exactly what we saw in the winners final, or winners round 2, sorry. I just feel like this is exactly what you want if you are TK. Again, Luminosity, they banned that Ardennes Forest. There's that London Docks. You're going to have Gibraltar and St. Marie. That's what we saw in that first set. Again, TK, they don't want to play London Docks, so they're going to stick to what they know. They haven't lost yet. It's up to Luminosity and what they decide what they want to play.
And that's an important pick as well, because to note, Luminosity throughout this tournament, they have been batting out St. Marie du Mont, so TK with a slight advantage there.
You know, I will say though, if I'm LG, run it back. Run the series back, play the same maps. Look, Theory had a monster performance that last series. We haven't seen that a lot from him. If he doesn't go off, maybe LG wins, because the player that's normally been lackluster for LG has been JCap, but he's been a monster this entire tournament. LG, without a doubt, can pull this off. I want to see the same maps, man.
TK, of course, they go with their London Docks ban. LG, they have respect for TK. They get rid of Ardennes Forest.
I mean, that's something that we've been waiting for so long, is to take out Team Kaliber's best map in that store as well. So we expect it. We need this to happen in the grand final. Flag Tower goes out, London Docks as well. So it will be an Ardennes Forest being played in CTF.
I like this play. Okay. For the games that we saw Luminosity absolutely dominate in CTF, it was on Forest. So get rid of the Flag Tower, get rid of London Docks. We're headed to Forest for that game 3.
Ardennes Forest was CTF, or was TK's one of the worst CTS, but they definitely improved upon it. They look very, very good. Now, obviously, I asked you guys for your predictions. Have any of those predictions changed? Now you know the exact map set. Merc, is it still going to be a second best of 5?
I think it is. I really do. I think Luminosity's finally going to get one. However, we'll see if TK, if they can win back-to-back, but I think LG is going to take it to a second series.
Dirk, you're sticking with your prediction?
Might have to fall, but it's only going to be for one series, and they're going to bounce back in series 2.
Okay, fair enough. TK all day chance?
They haven't lost once. They're not going to do it here 2-0 easy, or 3-0.
I was going to say 2-0. That would be extremely impressive. But you're all saying TK, and honestly, I'm TK all day as well. Without further ado, let's get our CWL New Orleans Open Grand Final underway.
Congratulations, very well played. Let's give it up one more time for your 2017 CWL Dallas champions, Team Kaliber!
It means everything to me. After a rough season last year, I really wanted to prove myself again, and I'm really happy I got this roster, and I'm glad we could do good today.
Yeah, TK, they don't lose the series all tournament long, and we had a lot of questions about this team coming to the event.
If this is how the Call of Duty World War II season is going to continue, we're off for a good year, ladies and gents. CWL New Orleans, $200,000 prize pool with one of the biggest Call of Duty events of all time coming live. The World War II season has kicked off with a bang.
The open bracket was a gauntlet, Jack. Just the top remain now, down to just 2. Who will be our CWL New Orleans Global Open Grand Champion? Find out right now.
TK tried to do everything here to hold on. TK 2 seconds away. TK to the grand finals.
John scoping in. Here comes Gumlets through the middle cut. Misses the first shot. Stone goes out. Doesn't connect as John's going to challenge with the sub, and there you go. Luminosity Gaming. They're going to get their rematch against Team Kaliber.
The 256 team open bracket, the largest Call of Duty World League open bracket ever. New Orleans, are you ready?
Here we go, baby. It's time for the grand final. Luminosity has to do what no team has done on land in Call of Duty World War II, and that is take a series off Team Kaliber. And not only once, but they'd have to do it twice for this victory.
I still can't believe that that's a true fact. TK have yet to lose a series on land. They are far and away the best team in Call of Duty World War II so far, but Luminosity can have a chance to change that here. There's a look at the TK boys. Every single one of them this weekend, Maven, has been a superstar.
And this is pretty much a very similar series to what we saw in the winners bracket final outside of the change in the CTF. So instead of Flag Tower, it's going to be Ardennes Forest. We'll see how that mixes things up, but I believe it's 6-1 for LG on that particular map and mode. So that bodes well for them.
Yeah, both of these teams have had exceptional map win percentages throughout the weekend. It's so tough to call because we mentioned it earlier. These teams have already matched up. It was a spectacular series. We can only hope for the same thing here. Here is the breakdown for our maps in what could be just the first best of 5 of 2. If LG can win 3 of them here. Maven, is this TK's event again?
It has to be, right? I mean, I could see LG taking a series, but 2? That would be incredible, but here we go. Game 1 underway. LG is 3-0 on Gibraltar. And it's been behind Octane, man. He's sitting at a 1.28 respawn KD. He has been stellar, and Luminosity needs him in a big, big way.
The Let's Go TK chants already occurring in the venue. On board with Chino, the 2-0 start from him so far, watching over Kenny, who's currently inside the hard point. Accuracy, you expect him to focus at outside bridge lane, as that's the main area to push to hold spawns for the new hill. Chino, 4-0, perfect off the break.
It's funny, remember how Accuracy started out so well the first time they matched up? It's like right where he left off, Chino took over.
Oh,
he
yeah.
gets the top middle, dominates, starts out 4-0, finally will drop, but the scoreline's very similar to what we saw in the opening at Gibraltar, completely dominated by Team Kaliber.
TK with the hot start, 29-0 the score. LG, though, with the spawns for the new hill. As we know in Call of Duty World War II Hardpoint, rotating is everything. When we talk about rotating, it means you get in position a little bit earlier on than your opponent at the new hill. Right now, LG, they know the hill's rotating towards this lower side of the map, and look at all those yellow arrows locking it down. But as I say that, the kill feed turns blue as TK get a couple entry kills.
Fury, though, still alive here to potentially make a play, trying to push out the back, but will be traded out. But you're going to spawn. Accuracy's position pops Theory right in the back. Maybe an opportunity here to still disrupt.
But even though he did that, JCap also spawned on the back side of there.
That was interesting.
It's one of the tough parts of the Gibraltar spawns on this low side of the map. They are very sticky, meaning it's tough to get the break fully on them. TK know this. They're going to have to forfeit the last 20 seconds, Maven, as they want to rotate early towards this top green hard point. The lead TK once had, now gone as the game's tied up.
This could not be more similar than the opening game on Gibraltar between these two teams in the winner's bracket final. Opening hard point, all TK. Luminosity quickly answers back. But now let's see if they can try to get the break. Some nice shots in from Octane, and unfortunately going to pick up a teammate as well. JCap there to trade it out. But the spawn still in favor of Team Kaliber as they're looking to hold.
And he's got to wait. He's got to wait for help to come on through. Unfortunately, does challenge, and Chino's holding the correct angle there. You want to push as a unit to try to break this hard point. You're going to watch and see those yellow arrows all stack up and then flood on through when everyone gets position. It looks like now is the time to go. Chino with the first blood. Chino with the second. LG being pushed back as TK take back the lead.
Yeah, it just delays your push. Another 10 seconds as you wait for two players. Look at this get staggered, though. They get 2 kills from Chino. 2 coming off spawn for Luminosity. Accuracy picks up the...
That's the second time today Slack's done that.
Yeah.
He walks right off the side of the map in that same area.
Happened in that first series as well, but kills going the way of Chino and company. Chino on a 4 streak right now. Accuracy, 3 kills in a row for him. Can either of these guys start to build out towards streak? Watching Accuracy's POV now as he's contesting JCap. Top middle. Will now rotate over. See what TK can do here at Artillery.
Very popular in the meta right now in Call of Duty World War II for submachine gun players to be running Airborne and Hunker. You can see Kenny and Theory both have it on. Hunker lets you eat one of those grenades. And as you know, nades thrown by those pro players are pinpoint, especially in the hard point. It's great to be able to soak at least one to try to play your life. Luminosity, they're down by twice the score of TK, but it's a clean sweep as they get all 4 dead, led by the 4th streak of JCap. The 2-time world champion is 13-7 off the break.
For a second, when I saw, basically all 4 of them trying to break from top of steps, I did not think it was going to go real well, but it's a clean sweep. They don't lose anyone, and here they can rack up some time.
This happens again because Slack winds up pinching them. He pushes up towards where they were spawning, and they don't expect him to do that. Why would you? And he shoots 2 players in the back, helps stop that push. JCap on a 5 streak. If you look at the bottom right of your screen, he's working on those score streaks. 100 points per kill would earn him that fighter pilot.
Octane right above Kenny. He hears him running underneath. Might be feeding a kill into JCap, but no. JCap tags him up. Octane able to finish him off. But JCap does pick up one of those streaks behind the assist. He's going to call it in. This could give him the glide bomb as well. Lines him up. Theory tagged. Assist goes to him there as well. Tagging up Chino and able to finish it. Almost fully streaked. John working on them as well as he's picked up 3 kills in a row. Make it 6. That's 2 players now on Luminosity that have got a lot of utility to work with. John is cooking right now.
They just had a combined 14 streak between the players on their team, and that's how they came back in this game. It's awesome to see, Maven. This crowd here at the CWL New Orleans Global Open is actually quite split down the middle for LG and TK fans.
Well, now, seeing TK start to get towards the hard point. Spawns for the next, still controlled here by Luminosity. TK still very narrowly holding on to a lead here. But remember, it's going to be those streaks for LG that are going to be crucial. TK has to have a more significant lead, knowing what they have in their back pocket.
Yeah, and again, TK with only a 20-second lead, but no position for the spawns at the new hill.
That is not ideal at all. Chino does get one and weakens Octane, so they can begin to push on through.
You see a slow start for basically everybody outside of Chino for TK right now, but one thing worth mentioning, they're 12-2 in Hardpoint, and they've actually been outslayed in 6 of their Hardpoint victories. So I know you see Theory at triple negative right now, but I have seen them pull out many a win with that being the case, so don't count them out yet.
Yeah, I think overall their team KD is like a .98, which is just absolutely unheard of. Typically,
they play the game properly.
If you're 12-2 in Hardpoint, you're far outslaying your opponents and boast a lot of positive KDs. LG, they'll do what you expect them to do. Hold the majority of the time when they rotate early. But TK, if they're not careful, they're going to get pinched here by JCap and crew as they look for these top spawns.
Yeah, Chino's going to have to make a play here. He may be in a 1 versus 2, depending on the angle. Trying to find him in the window is JCap. Just patiently playing towards the back. He still has Slack to work with. Now they're going to call on the streak. As John find a kill, they'll start to flood forward. JCap, you can see he's got a very loud class. I'm just trying to play quietly around the back, but this could be a big break here for Luminosity. That should be it, but there is a spawn here close in cave. They're going to have to deal with this quickly. Wrapping around the backside is Theory, still able to make a play. Somehow they may salvage this.
Yeah, they all spawned there. They were lucky because one player from LG had spawned low side of the map, blocking that spawn. Their only available spawn left was that top cave area, which lets them supplement that hill so much quicker. TK now begin to show some light after a shaky start from Kenny alongside Chino.
That's very fortunate for TK. It looked like it was going to be a break for LG. They also exhaust the glide bomb in that break, and it ultimately still ends up being time for Team Kaliber. So that is nigh on a perfect situation for TK on that hard point.
Still a 17-second deficit for our CWL Dallas Open champions. Another team kill there, the second of this hill, but they will still get the scrap time, only further narrowing that deficit. You can see Slacked again trying to pinch top cave. Unfortunately, this time Kenny's behind him to clean up that kill. 2 players already in position and some nice shots by Octane to shut down accuracy.
Yeah, nice position. He's ready for accuracy as soon as he gets to the window and able to cut him down. Now a little flip in fortune this time. Last time was TK trying to hold. Now it'll be LG set up inside. Shots a little bit off and accuracy able to get the better of him.
That's a break.
Kenny tacks one on as well. This will be more time towards TK.
And look at Kenny, man. He's at least forcing players to chase him top middle. They cannot begin to focus towards the hard point as of yet. Glide bomb is used, and just like that, LG break back on through, but TK are here to contest from top game.
Yeah, we'll have to keep track of
another team kill. That's the 3rd team kill in the last 2 hills.
And that could very much end up costing them, but Theory and Chino, despite the team kill, still able to pick it up. Back down John as well. So you use a glide bomb on 3rd and 4th hard point in the second set of rotations, and they don't lead to a whole lot of time, really.
LG outslaying by 14 kills, but only up by about 16. TK, they've been in this situation many times this weekend. Can they pull it out yet again? Kenny beginning to heat up. He was double negative. Now even at 16 and 16. That's an example of what makes him such a fantastic submachine gun player, Maven. We talked about it so much. His ability to just snap on his opponents, unmatched in that category of weapon.
Arguably the best player in the game right now, and if you are a Luminosity fan, you do not want him to catch fire in this game. He's got a lot of time left, but the 190 mark has been hit by Luminosity. Octane trying to dip and dive, nades flying in. His teammate pushes out to cover, man. He pops the pick off Chino. Nice little bait and switch there from Kenny and Chino, but JCap actually finds a team kill in the midst of that. However, they're still holding strong top mid.
For as long as Octane's here, he knows exactly what he's got to watch. It's simple. Still 24 seconds left on this middle hard point. Even if TK give the rest of this time up, they cannot win off the next hill, which is only helping LG more and more. And look at this, Maven. You've already got John pinching, but a heads-up play from Chino to shut him down.
Yeah, and you've got a bit of a split spawn. 2 of the Team Kaliber players spawn out, but big wins there from Chino and Theory. And now look at that, the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 on the minimap pop. That's all of LG spawning real deep. They've got to trek across the entire map here to play. Try and find some time. This might be comeback time for Team Kaliber.
Look at how aggressive accuracy was playing. I love how TK are doing this. They know how far out they've got to be. Artillery on the hard point. It will at least force some TK players out of the hill.
Theory's like, nah, I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah, right? He's like, I want every second we can get TK. They'll still hold those bottom spawns. This is the closest LG have come to breaking this hill so far. 2 more dead on TK. The yellow arrows have closed on in, and they still have a 50-second lead.
Here goes LG, and those are the difference makers that the streaks can be. providing a break that seemed impossible. They are able to soar in, fighting back and forth. Still a couple players being reinforced here. Accuracy, though, as he goes big with 3. He's the lone man. Everybody on LG spawning around him, but with only 10 seconds left, this is going to get LG very, very close to victory.
Oh, no.
Team Kaliber has got to be perfect.
Oh, no. Trust me, they wanted to be perfect, but unfortunately,
look at
they just had 2 players spawn out. LG are all here. That should do it, folks. TK have a split spawn. And now LG, they'll just mortar the bridge. Maven, I think LG are going to strike first.
That was the worst possible scenario, going from second to third, and gone with the icing on top. It's 3 with the fighter pilot, and LG strike first.
John and JCap, teammates on that Call of Duty World Championship team back in Black Ops 3, both dropped positive 10+ in the KD department on map 1 of our grand final.
And it's one thing, you know, we mentioned the fact that TK has won some games of being outslayed. They absolutely have, but when you're being outslayed and giving up a lot of streaks to 3 different players on the side of LG, I mean, without those streaks, TK probably wins that game.
Yeah.
They had 2 crucial breaks behind it. The artillery there, it felt like it delayed 30 seconds. They were trying to make a play.
John and JCap have probably played some of the best Call of Duty this weekend than they have in the last maybe year of competing. They've looked lights out.
They really have. JCap was stellar in the previous series, and I think John has to be good with his electric, as Kenny has been playing throughout the first couple months of this season. He has to be. If John isn't on point, I don't think they can win the series.
No, and right there, he most certainly was. Accuracy was doing everything he could there with the 3-piece. You saw they broke in, got that scrap time, but once they got that lower split spawn and how far they just had to even run. Forget any streaks. I don't even think they could have ran and got to the hard point in time. But again, for everyone at home watching, since LG are coming from the loser's bracket, if they want to take home the title, they need to not only win this first best of 5, but a second. Because TK come from the winner's bracket, they haven't dropped a series so far this weekend. They just need 1 best of 5 victory.
And one thing maybe to consider, if LG do take this first series, they'd be handing TK their first loss on land. So how do they react to that? And I know they've lost, obviously, in the 2Ks and stuff, and these are very experienced players for the most part, but I don't know. It's got to be a little bit of a shock factor, like, oh, God, we aren't invincible. We don't clutch up every single map. We got to play from behind to some degree.
TK, they've been fantastic so far in Call of Duty World War II. Right now, LG, though, absolutely playing up to their skill. There's a look at Kenny, the breakout superstar of this game. I think he started Call of Duty World War II with, like, 4,000 followers on Twitter, and now in just 2 months, he's about to break 20,000 today. It just shows, you know, how many people have gotten behind him, how many new fans he has, and a lot of it is because Theory picked him up on this roster. They rebuilt this roster, you know, around the likes of Theory, wanted to keep him under the TK brand, and it has absolutely paid off to this point.
And Theory's going to be a player we got to watch. I mean, they have won some hard points where he's been double to triple negative. I know they've been capable of it, but against a team like LG, you saw how hard that can be. And actually, when they played LG in the winner's bracket final, Theory actually had a phenomenal series. I mean, he had 1 great hard point. He did well with his CTF. He had a stellar search and destroy where he took over on Texas. They're going to need him to do it again here.
Well, what you just saw right there, too, was Kenny had a slow start as well, and that's the more uncharacteristic one.
True.
And by him doing that, they had already given some streaks to LG. That then earned them more streaks and better spawns, and it kind of got out of hand quick. So that map 1 ends 250 to 179 in favor of Luminosity Gaming. Next, we'll head on over to USS Texas for Search and Destroy.
And last time we were on this map, I believe it was, what, 6-2? It was a blowout for TK. They completely handled LG, but you got to think, maybe now LG learned something from that winner's bracket final. You'd like to see them adapt here, see what they can do in game 2, but here we go. LG trying to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this first best of 5, and TK trying to fight back and tie it up at 1 apiece.
This is what it's all about, baby. TK, what are you going to do now? As they are on offense in this first round. And you can see those yellow arrows of LG ready to contest this A site.
Octane was watching the cross. Accuracy for TK, patrolling their top cabin. Oh, did he see him cross? I don't think he saw him cross. I think he just got like the most unfortunate timing. Like, as soon as he peeked behind, Theory dipped across.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, yeah, because no nades came in. They had no idea. Ooh, tries to snapshot, not gonna happen there. So we'll be at 4v4, 35 seconds left.
Accuracy being peppered right now, backing down, but Slack trying to push him, get shots over the top, and he's able to pick it up, but 2 players drop for Luminosity. Octane and Cap now gonna have to clutch. Time is against them. Now just Octane, 20 seconds to go. Spots Chino, can't connect.
Octane in a 1v2. You gotta worry about, giving this kill to Theory, because Theory's already 3-0 in this round.
What did he start out
with a plant?
Last time it was 6-4-0. He started out 6-0 last time with streaks by round 3, remember?
Ace from Theory. Hey, good job talking about it before the game, Maven. I give you credit for that.
Dude, he destroyed them in the opening round. So I was wondering if LG would adapt. Apparently their adaptation is to still die to Theory a lot in the opening round.
What you saw right there was a challenge in that top window. And it was accuracy who just kept strafing back and forth, strafing back and forth. He was one shot. He knew they were going to try to go and attack him for that first blood. He spent so much time dodging bullets that it let Theory go ahead, get in towards that top window, trade out the 2 kills, find the easy third, and then end with the ace. Look at him. He's 1 kill off of 2 streaks, and we're only in round 2.
Let's see if he can one-up himself. Instead of getting him in round 3, get him in round 2. And now he's got the snipe out. You can see on X-ray, Octane has it right across from him. I like this. I thought he was going to try and crawl across and quick peek him. But maybe play a little bit safer when you're killing streaks.
Right?
Octane is one of the better snipers opposite him.
Do I want to peek Octane? I don't think the answer is yes. As Theory will still hold this angle. Smoke down onto B. First blood, not going to come in for Chino. There it is. John now dead. 4v3 for TK. Oh, that was his nade.
And now he's got a bunch of streaks, fully streaked out. 6-0 is Theory. This is his ship. He's the captain.
I really thought you were going to say a different word right there. Let's take a look at it again here as Theory, a perfect start from him. The nade lands as he knows JCap is weak, and then Octane hadn't moved from the beginning of the round and lets him feel the sweet chin music there, as that'll put him at perfect 6-0, fully streaked out, TK up 2-0.
There's so many similarities between this and the first series. I guess it makes sense, and they're playing the same maps about 2 hours apart. Yeah. But, wow, Theory, unreal stuff. Rebounding after a very poor hard point. He sees the cross. He'll get the nade on. Octane will be here if he can finish him. But it's John peeking in from top cabin, able to make the play. Kenny looking over the top. Octane's head seen for a moment and evaporated.
And they know John's in the top window. They're just trying to see if they can at least hit marker him with the sniper. I will say, I think that was a little bit awkward as Theory threw that nade, but it didn't actually damage him.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's going to finish him up weak, and then it didn't get a hit marker. I was like, oh, where did that go?
Didn't actually happen. Kenny, we saw him do this earlier. Switching to that. Oh, my. He hits that shot.
Kenny still trying to watch that top window.
Look at the minimap here. Look at Chino. How does he get here? He sneaks right on up. Patience is key. Patience is key.
That's a free kill.
Bye-bye, JCap. 3v2 TK. 3v1 TK.
Almost the quick scope onto Slack, but Slack now in a 1 versus 3. Under 20 seconds. TK still has to get this bomb down. Slack delayed it for a moment. Now accuracy. Has to stick it. Can he stop it? Can he stop it? Can he? Oh my gosh, a couple more bullets and just maybe.
No way.
Maybe.
No way he's getting that. They set up perfectly. They know there's only one way.
I was closer than it needed.
I know. He can get to that site. But no, Chino knows. Watch that door.
There's maybe a little bit more of accuracy kind of sticking out that backside. He might be able to make a play, but.
That's one where in the communications, Chino's going, guys, I'm making a play. I'm hitting B Street. Stay alive. Stay alive. Let me make the play. He does, and it pays off in the end.
Well, we know that Theory started 6-0 and got streaks. Chino right behind him, 4-0 and working on streaks of his own. But we'll swap over to the Luminosity side. John, sniper out. And worth noting that I think I saw a couple of the players not running Mountain on this Luminosity side.
Theory again strikes down Octane. Octane starting 1 and 4 with the majority of his deaths to Theory sniper.
John, though, able to answer back. Snipers making big plays for either side. Bomb in JCap's hand as they're feeling out the A site.
.45 seconds left. JCap with the bomb. Is he trying to bait out some nades possibly? Ooh, Theory just ducks away from John's sniper shot. No plant yet.
I thought for a second he was going to re-peek. But now Slack's got help top cabin. JCap and him working together. One more, spots accuracy. You got to hit that snipe. John misses it. Accuracy able to get the bomb then out of his hand with just over 20 seconds to go. A lot of pressure now on LG. What looked like a very winnable round suddenly falling apart. John's going to fall as well. Slack now in a 1 versus 2. And he can't do it. TK keeps on rolling.
Wow. You saw this from accuracy. You heard him stomping around. Unfortunate for Slack there as he just misses vision of accuracy on that drop. And there's the smirk again. We've seen it a few times this weekend after he's clutched up some S&D rounds.
Just, man, you've seen the recon pieces. You know, we've gone to their comms a couple times. You've seen the how they've acted after a win. It just seems like they're having fun, man. Their chemistry, they love playing together. And, God, it's been a treat to watch.
Can we quickly swap through the LG players? I want to see exactly what they're using on their classes. So are they all forced to use Mountain? John won't be, so 3 players running Mountain. Remember, they know that there's full streaks earned by Fearing.
Remember, the streaks didn't even come into play the last time they played this map.
For all we know, that could happen again. Maybe it's a sign for how good TK is at S&D.
Right. We don't need the streaks.
I don't think they saw him dive back.
John might be able to get the opening pick here. Kenny at risk, but able to dip back. He's got accuracy here to work with. I'm saying you pull the trigger there. Accuracy's neck is gone.
Still just looking for this first pick with the sniper. Mortar strike comes in. They force him out of position, and look, that lets accuracy push on up further. The bomb now on the site. Are LG expecting accuracy to be here? Doesn't appear so, as the bomb will get planted. Oh,
I thought for sure that was a collat. Doesn't matter, though. Kenny's still getting a couple. Slack, though, has gotten up to this A site.
Is Chino going to check it? Make the play.
Kenny trying to get to it. Doesn't even need to. Now JCap in a 1 versus 2. You just fallen for a second in top cabin. 1 versus 1. 25 seconds on the clock. It is Cap versus Kenny. Kenny holds it, and Kenny wins it.
5-0, Maven.
I mean, it wasn't close the first time. No. It's not close this time either. It's just, I don't even know where they fell after the previous series, but what was it? 3 of their players in the top 8 in KD for TK and Search and Destroy. They've been so good, but a little bit of the flick, and Kenny goes huge.
One more round.
It's 3 in that one, right?
Look, LG are like, let's just change something up. Let's just get away from this.
Just sprint.
Let's just go to be.
Let's get to map 3.
Yeah.
John, bottom middle. You can see on X-ray several players to deal with it. The first one, Theory, is eliminated. Second one, challenged. Accuracy. We'll see you later. And quickly, it's Kenny by himself. The aggression bottom middle pays off from Luminosity. Kenny can't connect with the first shot. His position now called out to the Luminosity side. Does he expect JCap to be here on bomb? Doesn't, and he can't win it. Luminosity on the board.
Okay.
And now have to pull off the 5-0.
All they needed was a disgusting 2-piece bottom mid from John and to leave the A site. TK, they only use, what, the mortar strike so far?
I believe that's it, yeah.
So they still should have the fighter pilot and glide bomb, which is, again, forcing the hand of these players on LG to run Mountain in fear of their own life. And you know TK know that. They absolutely do.
Kenny once again with sniper in hand.
Yeah, here comes a change-up strat. They want to try to smoke off the sight line for Kenny. Let the players push up bottom A. That's John and JCap already flying forward, but you've got Chino watching over. Theory's there as well. Slack now dead. It's Octane left in the 1-on-3.
Octane, 1v2 now. Accuracy and Theory to deal with.
And he's loud. He's very, very loud.
Accuracy and Theory doubled up right now so they can trade this effectively. Octane starting to move around the back. Looks like he's planning to do a deep flank here. Can he get behind Accuracy? And like you said, he is stomping.
He doesn't see him. He's right below you. There he is. Peeks back towards the site. Saw nothing at B. Decided to give another look to A. Not sure if he has any idea of where this final player on TK is. Oh, Accuracy gets cheeky with it. Clutch is the word to describe TK in map 2. As Accuracy jumps for the shots and removes Octane in that final round.
Very similar again to the winner's bracket final. They drop the first hard point. They come back and take a commanding victory in the Texas Search and Destroy. Wow, they have been unreal, but Luminosity, they continue to test them. LG still pushing to be the first team to take a series off of Team Kaliber on land. Will it be this one? We'll find out after this quick commercial break.
I've never felt what it's like to win. I was so overwhelmed with joy.
It was really gratifying because, you know, we've put a lot of effort into this, and to go to many events and not have it amount to a victory, you know, prove that it was worth putting the effort in. To finally do it really, like, meant a lot to me.
I was pretty annoyed a little bit when, like, the FG first got patched and people were coming in my stream and, like, oh, TK is going to be nothing now, blah, blah, blah. We're
not letting us winning make us complacent at all. To stay on top of the game, you know, we acted like we didn't even win the event. We were practicing the way we were before Dallas, same schedule, maybe even more hours.
I really try not to let it affect me or my teammates. We get on every day and we practice just like the rest of them, and I think that's one thing that is the reason why we're good, and I think why we'll stay good.
Winning the first event's not a fluke. It just means that we were smarter than everyone else. We were ahead of the game. We learned the game quicker, and we adapted faster than everyone else, and they just couldn't keep up.
The CWL New Orleans final is tied at 1 game apiece. And you heard it there from TK. Hard work, practice, we're not getting complacent. There are many teams that maybe, you know, winning that first tournament, they maybe take the foot off the pedal. You know, they're like, oh, we're ahead of the curve. Nah, not this Team Kaliber roster.
Not at all. Map 1, LG was in control from start to finish. USS Texas, TK was in control from start to finish. We'll now head to Ardennes Forest, CTF, and Maven, if I'm not mistaken. Both of these teams
statistically are like the 2 best teams in Call of Duty World War II at this map and game mode.
Here, I'm gonna take a look at my phone because I had it jotted down. It's what, 6-1 on Ardent Forest for Luminosity. It's very good for, I don't have it in front of me for TK, but very good for LG. Let's just say, good for TK.
Okay, we'll make that up. Again, note it down as a Maven fact. Tied 1-1, it's time for CTF. Let's see if there's some dramatics here on Ardent Forest.
TK chance starting in the building. Last time they played, the CTF went to Team Kaliber. A couple of kills going the way of Luminosity. Kenny, though, able to answer back as he's wrapping back the flag, playing his life. Chino in a one-on-one there outside against Octane. A one-on-one that'll be crucial throughout this game to find an opening as Kenny continues to have very, very crispy shots.
So the main way to go for a flag pull when you're on the side of TK is get control of this side field, get into that bunker you see right on the screen there, and then kind of just dart out for the flag, grab it, and get back behind cover. On the other side, LG, they want to take control of these ruins, push down this bottom side of your minimap. But as we're talking about it, there's 4 dead. There's the push into the bunker. There's the pull, and he's out behind cover.
One just came off spawn. The rest of the team will be behind him, but Kenny should be out as long as Chino can pick up his back. Slack, welcome to my bar. Finds one, peeks out, at least delays the other 2, but they did cut him down. They actually find 3 kills. Suddenly, last man alive is going to be accuracy, and he's down. What a defensive kind of retake there and what looked to be a very, very good scoring opportunity for Team Kaliber.
Stuns are very, very good. Simple as that. You saw Chino kind of sprint that corner when he went to challenge that right barrel, and it came back to bite him. 3 dead again. Final player is accuracy. He is gone. 4 dead. Those blue arrows are going to spawn at the top side of the minimap. LG know this. Here comes the cross. He'll call one as cross. They know the second player's there. All they need to do is kill Kenny, and LG will be up 1-0.
Kenny looking to make the play. Can't win the first gunfight. John gets the better of him, and LG strike first.
What's the difference there, Maven? No stuns to slow down the push. They give themselves no chance there. And now it's going to be LG with having slacked, already pushed up. They have a chance to immediately try to go for a second flag.
And this is great because many would say right now, you know, TK on the favored side of the map to start things off, and Artie, an early lead for the side of Luminosity. Nice shots by John again through that cabin doorway to pick up Theory mid-map.
The bigger thing that John's doing here is he's making sure his teammates have the peace of mind to push up these other lanes. You can see Octane right off spawn, hits towards top ruins. They're now fanning out across every lane. You've got JCap watching the overextension at cabin. You've got John flooding forward with this AR and Octane. He checks every corner. It's why he's a veteran. In COD, 2 dead again. Chino with 1, 4 dead. Trying to go for a flag pull, but 1 player just spawned up.
And you got streaks here for John. Grab it. And now trying to get out. Going to be pushing it through ruins. JCap picking up cabin cut. Can he win the first gunfight? He does. Kenny will fall. Some streaks on him as well, I believe. So a lead for LG, potentially a second cap, and streaks for 2 different players. This is the dream start in the first half for Luminosity.
Oh, this is going to be a very, very one-sided map if they don't stop this flag right now. I don't think it's going to happen. Full streaks for John. JCap with a streak as well. It's 2-0, and we're just 3 minutes in, Maven. This one could get ugly quick.
Slack picks up a couple kills at home, allow his team to start fanning across the map. Slack will cross map over to ruins. JCap set up here trying to be a nuisance at cabin as he wins a nice one-on-one there against accuracy. Slack wins 1-1 as well. Again, just map control to LG. It's after that first push from Team Kaliber. They have just been getting pushed nonstop. If they can finally pick up John here, John's been having, it's a party over in cabin for him. Every time we see him get in this position, he is just dominating. What do we say? He's going to have to go off to match the likes of Kenny. Right now, 12-5, leading all Slayers by a wide margin here in Game 3.
Oh, it's not even close. I mean, he's got double the highest amount of kills on the side of TK. With 1 minute left on this side, LG, they're probably more than content with going into the half with just a 2-cap lead. Nice shots from Chino, still rocking that scoped. Making sure he has no sway on that weapon.
Okay, now you have an opportunity. This is the only time since, what, the opening seconds that you really had a chance to make a play, but unfortunately now, you fed streaks to a couple players on Luminosity. Guns up, able to pick up Kenny, trying to tag another.
He's dead. They're already on Theory. They have 2 players there. 3 players
Done.
there.
And that's where you see the streaks come into play. This is a flawless half for LG.
And they have a couple players with Mountain, which obviously hides them from that fighter pilot streak. It just so happens Theory's not one of them. So he's immediately spotted, and because of that, he has to hide inside that bunker. The pre-fire comes in, and now it looks like LG. They're trying to grab one more flag. John is here, but there should be enough players from TK to stop him, right? Yeah.
Yep, they're able to do it. Theory, a big part of that is he picked up 2 kills on that push. Otherwise, you may be looking at a 3-0 game heading into half, but there you go. The shot of the LG boys is they crushed TK in the first side. That was fantastic. They were in complete control throughout everything except maybe the opening 30 seconds.
Now, I was wondering, Maven, with that extra minute right there, with TK down by 2 flags, they got that flag off the portal to where they would have had that extra minute of time. I'm wondering, should they have tried to at least go for a pull? They had 1 player pushed up middle map. Maybe they give themselves that extra minute of time in game to even out the map.
We haven't seen too many teams try that. I think E United tried a little bit earlier in the day.
I don't know, just something to think about. Love to hear from some of the fellow pro players on if that's something that maybe you should attempt there when you're down by 2 flags.
2, certainly not insurmountable, but now you could say that Luminosity is going to be on the stronger side here. Kills, though, going the way of TK. 2 members of Luminosity coming off a spawn. Accuracy continues to make plays with that bar.
John's job is just watch this outer ruins push. He knows this is the #1 area. If you're going to try to get a flag out, TK about to hit every single lane. John now dead. That means no streaks for the next 8 seconds. JCap as well. 3 dead, about to make it 4. Octane's the last hope. He's gone too. All signs pointing towards this being a capture for TK if they can dodge these streaks.
Well, I'm curious if he's too far out that they even bother investing anything.
So smart from Chino. He knows if he pushes towards that cabin side, he'll force the last 2 players to spawn all the way at the back bridge. Accuracy will die, so 1 streak is used. TK still have a presence here. The closest up is Slack. They've got 1 more player in middle as well. Fighter pilot 2.
Oh, can he get in? Still hasn't been able to score. Slack is there. Slack's going to try and make a play and get in for the actual return. Not able to do it. Still have the flag out. But look, JCap in bunker. May be able to make a play. He's going to grab the flag and dip. Wow. I was wondering if maybe he had already made too much ground that they were going to invest the streaks, but they invest 2 and they're able to make the play. And the longer this stalemate goes on, the better for Luminosity. And John continues to have his way with Team Kaliber.
Kenny's just trying to watch this cross for his flag carrier. JCap is all the way across the map. 3 minutes left in this game. Kenny clearing out 2. They know Octane's got to be somewhere pushed up in their base. As now it looks like Theory's going to try to make the hero play across the map, and he's dead.
And again, you'll let this go 3 minutes if you're LG.
Oh.
Sorry, Chino.
Yeah, right, unfortunately. For there, Kenny though wants to make sure there's no way he dies. He's working on a streak of his own. Spots Slacked as well, so they know there's 1 push this outer field lane. Reads the pressure from John like a book.
Ooh, let's say if he's able to beam him off that as well. Now you got to really make a play. Yeah, just put away the AR. Let's do it with the sub. The PPSH comes up big, and now mid-map, completely dominated by Team Kaliber as they're moving up to make a play. And look, Kenny getting awfully close to streaks, Jack.
That's the thing. You know they've got to be thinking about this. John with his artillery, is this something you try to use here just to play defensively? I would say no. John in a close gunfight. Chino gets it better over there. Kenny pushing forward. Octane now dead. 25 points off a streak. This could be a saving grace. He's just going to play his life. I honestly, 25 points away, he can use this streak to get this stalemate in their favor. I don't blame him.
Yeah, you think for a second, hey, LG's 2 dead. Maybe he tries to make a hero play on the flag carrier, but good veteran leadership coming in from Team Kaliber, telling him to back down, keep playing towards these streaks.
He has to stay alive. He's dead. Slack just killed him. JCap, though, gets hit by a nade, so the flag is down, but you've still got everyone here for LG, so I don't think they're going to be able to get this return. Yep, that's a reset. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. LG playing this by the book, Maven.
Now Slacked will be the one to pick up that flag as he'll be playing safe. His teammates starting to push forward. Octane lines up 1. Octane almost finishes off a 2nd.
Oh, and now they're going for it. They want to end it right here. Artillery drop. Thankfully, Kenny makes the hero play through fire. And look, he's just on the outskirts of the map getting tagged up. No death yet. JCap now gone. The flag still all the way in the back of the map. They've got 2 players here for TK. They have a timing opportunity. Are they expecting him to be hitting this outside lane? It doesn't appear so. There will be a 1v1 gunfight. Theory trying to stay alive, but nice movement by Slack to cut him down.
There's still one more, but JCap gets both, actually. Theory and Chino eliminated. JCap, good defense at home, and it's now been a 2-minute stalemate. Luminosity still holding on to that 2-0 advantage. 45 seconds on the clock. Team Kaliber getting to the point they're going to need a miracle here.
And it gets to a point where you got to begin to think about sending everyone forward. They almost kind of missed that mark now because they need 2 captures. With how it's looking, this should be an LG win. 25 seconds left. They have to hold off one more push. Those streaks make all the difference on stopping that earlier cap. JCap, such a smart play to just grab it and run away. He's going for it. Gets him. Return. Won't come in. But either way, it's done. GG's. LG will go ahead and take the map at a scoreline of 2-0.
It's the first half. I mean, utter control, domination. LG plays basically flawlessly. The second half, it seemed like TK might have a chance early, but some great streaks allowed them to push it into a standoff. That standoff lasts, what, 3.5 minutes over the course of that game. Veteran plays from JCap, man. He continues to impress. You wonder, when's he going to fall off? When's he going to go away? It seems like never.
He's just not going to go away. LG, up 2-1, are 1 map away from not only forcing a second best of 5, but giving TK their first series LAN loss. LAN series loss, I think is a better way to say it, in Call of Duty World War II.
And we've seen a lot of smiles on the faces of these guys, but obviously coming off a loss, you saw what looked like a lot of frustration from Accuracy specifically as they're talking through what went wrong on that CTF. Now, they'll have to rebound in a Game 4, and if you remember right, I mean, probably the map of the match when you talk about the winners bracket final between these 2 teams was that Hardpoint. It was intense, it was insane till the end. Luminosity had, what, like a 50, 60 point lead. TK comes screaming back in the final seconds. It was one of the better Hardpoints of this weekend. Hoping we get a little bit of that here.
There was one thing that happened in both respawns so far this series, and that is LG exploding off the break, earning streaks in the first few minutes, and then using those to help catapult their score, keep them in the lead, whatever you want to call it. TK, for me, if they're going to win this map, they cannot feed streaks to LG by any means like we've seen in the first 2 respawns of this best of 5.
And what's interesting to point out here, you know, I said earlier in the, I think in the winners bracket final, that if it gets to a Game 5, you have to feel so good about Team Kaliber. They've been so good there. But LG also over the course of this weekend's 4-0 in Game 5s. So that could be one for the record books, man. They've got to get there still. Right now it's looking like we're going to get a second best of 5.
No matter what you bring up, it only further proves the point that both of these teams deserve to be here in the grand finals this weekend. Again, share your thoughts with us on Twitter, hashtag CWLPS4. Again, a ton of you guys watching online and the in-game event viewer on PlayStation 4. Look at our beautiful stage and the trophy front and center. They're playing for the majority of the $200,000 prize pool and the title of CWL New Orleans Grand Champions. 2-0, or 2-1, sorry. Series lead now for LG as we head over to St. Marie du Mont Hardpoint.
And heading to St. Marie, last time it was John dropping 40 for the loss. So they're going to need maybe that more if they're going to take this off of LG. LG seems to have the advantage. We just talk about the raw slaying ability in the respawns. They've certainly had the edge in Hardpoint, just talking specifically about the kills they're getting on the map. But it's been Team Kaliber playing properly, playing the right way. They need one more.
TK fans, I'll be honest, you guys were very quiet that last map. I'm wondering if you wake up here in Game 4. Okay, all right, please. Calm down. I don't know if that was at me or at the game itself, but off the break, it's a first blood from Octane as he explodes Chino on that car.
TK, first in, Accuracy just cutting them down like a hacksaw inside of Courtyard. Kenny patrolling mid-map now. This will be another attempted play towards mid to get some time in the hardpoint from Luminosity. But it's like these first hardpoints, for whatever reason, whether it's this or looking at Gibraltar, every second seems to go to Team Kaliber.
Yeah. Oh, can't finish that kill. Kenny just waiting for the perfect moment to push forward, and there it is. 1, 2, maybe 3. Not gonna happen, but Maven, you've highlighted this a lot, and I love that you brought it up. He just plays at a different pace. than anyone else in Call of Duty World War II.
After some players pick up a kill, some think to reload, something to get to cover. Kenny just holds forward more often than not. It's a pleasure to watch, but yeah, his pace is unbelievable. Now in a 1v1 with John, Key in the backside 4 spawns, but get some help there from accuracy.
But even there, when you're talking so much about the aggression, he realizes accuracy's just coming off spawn to help, and he just plays the deep corner, lets accuracy get the kill, and because of it, accuracy now has 2 streaks right off the break of this map.
Kenny's the best player in the game right now.
Whoa.
They're up 62-3.
Actually, I completely agree with you. It's 62-6. Some streaks earned. Thankfully, if you're an LG fan, they do have these back spawns to easily contest this winery hardpoint. Both teams just fighting for control right now as there's 30 seconds left in the hill.
JCap picks up a couple of kills. Slack will be the next one in. Octane able to connect with the grenade. But now you can see half of Team Kaliber starting to rotate over. The rest are cleared out, so the remaining time will go to LG. So after getting dominated on the first hardpoint, a bit of the second, they will find some time here and make it a bit more respectable in the opening moments.
Maven, it's weird to find TK down in a series like this. Let's see how their communication stacks up right now as we head on over towards this next hardpoint. You expect them to be calling out, watching out for each lane. Obviously, Kenny looking at middle. Chino calling out this outside field lane. He wins the gunfight versus Slack. It's engagements like that that'll help them build on this lead.
And now Kenny just going to be annoying here out front, Tank. You know how quickly he's able to snap onto the opposition, but most hitting actually from mid-map. So Kenny, he's so worried about the push through that B-bomb site. Everyone else hitting through mid. He refocuses. He's got 2 players hitting into white.
Oh, this is a full 60.
And they just dominated him here. LG getting blown out right now.
This should be a full 60. Kenny is, look, they're having to backtrack for him in bottom red. That's how nervous they are about him. Accuracy still with these 2 streaks to his name. Finally, LG will begin to show a presence towards this hill. Looks like Octane will clear out the rest. So wasn't a full 60, but 45 seconds is damn good enough. TK, they have the lead. They have the streaks. Now let's go to a listen-in with this squad.
Absolute art, JCap.
Back here.
We got streaks, yeah.
Get towards Shed and I'm the streak.
I don't see JCap.
Got top mid.
Yeah, one top mid, yeah. I'm trying, I got top mid. One guy car, Octane, we're on mid street. Octane go mid street, top mid.
Shed.
Slack's weak bottom mid.
Back shed, cap.
Alright, use a fighter pilot. Cap dead. Cap one shot, nice.
Go. I'm using it, hold on.
I'm nading over to back green,
Pushing you, Shed, and Arch,
absolute dead.
Last two hay building.
Alright, I'm in bottom mid.
They pushed out.
Stables, they're by stables.
Hold my mid, I'm laying out.
Trying to watch it right, they naded me, I'm really one on spawn, car alley, absolute JCap, he's going bottom red.
I don't have your sandbag. I do not have your sandbag. One guy cross screen.
He's back green.
Die from mid.
One guy green and one guy right side hay. Mid and right side hay. Green and right side hay. Green
dead.
This guy right side hay on me. Yeah. I'm looking over you, Don. Yep. One shot, he's trying to challenge me, I backed up. On my left, he's challenging my left.
No, here, let's do this. Two Carly.
Slack one shot, one more there, bye.
Two Carly going new.
Nice, good job. Alright, they're both on new.
They're
both on new right now. I'm nading top mid. That guy's really weak. That guy's in new. I hit him top mid. Top mid got hit with a nade. I'm going car alley.
Don't feed him.
Flip car. Two flip car. I got one. Alright, one more there, car.
Flip car, one shot.
One guy's top, one car, there, car in the middle. John is top.
Kill me, John.
I'm going tower to top.
Peeking out, got me. Don't feed John streaks, bro. Don't feed him streaks.
John is on a 5-3. He's 1 on 3. Still up there. I'm one shot right now, bro. Trying to stay alive.
I need up there. He wants to
top dead.
Nice, I need a top. Flip car,
John, you dead.
Alright, you got it.
Top. Octane's weak. He bayoneted me. He's top our window and one in hill. He'll dead. One more top.
I'm looking top.
Yo, watch your arch cut.
I got your mid car point.
Top
weak. Nade the door.
Mid and wallbang. Sam challenge me.
The word mentioned multiple times during that listen to Maven was either the streaks for themselves, or they also mentioned don't feed John streaks. He was on a 5-score streak. He was so close. And they focus on where he is. Theory wins the gunfight, shuts him down before he can earn those payloads.
Another bit I liked during that was in parking lot with Theory was in the hardpoint and Chino looking over him. Just a little back and forth between them as a duo was spectacular. Their communication's phenomenal. It's a big part of the reason they have a lead, but Luminosity looking to come from behind here. Trailing by 31. They've broken the spawns now and set up for Winery.
And this is their best chance so far to come back in this game. Kenny now dead. They know the final 3 must be pushing somewhere across the map. Octane beams with the machine pistol right there. He'll also stay alive. He needs to reload that STG. Looks like Kenny's trying to pinch from mid lane. Accuracy with another entry. From a 60-second deficit down to just 14. LG are by no means out of this game.
They fought back in. 3 kills going their way. They clear the board. This is going to be a full hold for LG. And look at number 7 on the minimap. JCap He's already set up. Could he play spoiler?
J-Cap, did he just teleport here? He left the rest of his team. He trusted them. He overextended through that outside lane, and now he might reward his team with the
Look at where he spawned.
rotation.
Look where accuracy spawned.
Winery in the game.
His accuracy spawns there. They have to think something's up.
Well, I think they don't know about J-Cap. They're more worried about the guy who must have pushed farm. Now J-Cap's here. He's just trying to force Theory out of this box. I don't think he had the nade he wanted on right there. He had a frag grenade instead of the sticky. And because of that, Theory has enough time to kind of rotate, dodge that grenade. Streaks now coming in. TK might just make this happen.
They're looking to get the break. LG trying to break in, but still holding strong is Team Kaliber. Lead back up to 10. Chino trying to tag one in the mid-alley. Still playing with him is John. John actually picks up the player in the back spawn as well. Now it's going to be a two-man hit. Chino with so much work to do, and he is cut down. It's Streaks now for John as well, and a gunfight win for J-Cap. LG still able to rack up 20-plus seconds here, and Streaks to work with.
John was 4 and 9. Now with Streaks, 16 and 13 has absolutely brought it back, and it's why LG are about to take the lead yet again. Kills on rotation towards the field, going in favor of Luminosity. TK spawning out near that front red courtyard. They're going to try to push through this Arch's side. Do they have an AR ready? It doesn't appear so.
That was a nice kill by Slack, though.
There you go.
You saw, is that a nice kill on Slack. He was trying to dive across to get set up to look to push from the opposite side. They were never able to get anyone in position. Puts a lot of pressure on Octane to make plays. He does get two and lines up the third. Sam LaRue going off right now on the main stage. 24 and 13. Fighter pilot in for John, and John cuts down 3. They're coming off spawn, and it's already going to be slacked in their face. Lead to Luminosity as they're looking to take this first series.
They know there's only one place they can get hit from right now. Octane just trying to stay alive on this streak. There he does get shot in the back. All things considered, Maven. Fighter pilot brought in. The score brought back by Luminosity. TK, if they get this scrap time, will take back the lead. Looking at that, you would have thought it could have been much, much worse.
It's like you can't bury TK in Hardpoint. You can never, ever put them away. They're like a leech. And now another lead change. TK taking back control. You see all 4 members set up around red right now for Luminosity.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the rotation. LG set up inside. Kenny inching his way forward, but J-Cap is going to be ready for it. Accuracy, though, able to trade it back, but John still patrolling top red. Octane making plays in bottom. Another lead change. Now back to LG.
Oh, there you go.
With the final bullet. Catches his face.
Reloads. Piece from Chino. That's all you need, baby, to break back into the hard point. Another lead change as TK are back on top.
It's like no one could get more than 10 points in a row right now. This is unreal stuff. The team's so evenly matched in Hardpoint. The TK chants starting to get loud in the venue as they're trying to build this lead. As you take a look at the top of the minimap, spawn to the top right will be coming in for LG. It's going to be a needed break, and they have the streaks behind John still.
Bigger thing, though, look at where TK are spawning all the way out. They don't care about the scrap time if you're LG. You just want the spawns for the new hill. Luminosity need the best hold of their life if they're going to win off Winery. TK, their only goal, make sure they at least can set up for a rotation for the next hard point if they can break on in once.
I think everything here is going to come down to John's streak use. Whether it's desperation here, or if they have a nice hold and they have to use on the rotation to the third. But J-Cap, Chino snaps onto him, but Octane able to trade it out, finds a couple of kills. The mid-alley, though, has been pushed. That's Kenny, who's now gotten into the hard point. Slack picking him up, but will be chopped down from behind.
How many times have we seen this rotation be the key difference maker in a clutch comeback, Maven, from Winery over towards the back parking lot hill? TK are fighting for every second. Neither team can win off this hard point, Maven, so there will be a rotation. It will all come down to who can clutch up on the kills.
And John did invest that fighter pilot when he picked up 3 in parking lot, so he's just going to have the
J-Cap
to work with.
3.
Big plays by Cap, but Kenny and company set up with spawns for the next. You see 3 yellow arrows just lunging across the map, trying to get there in time to make a play, but it's Chino watching mid. They're able to pick up Chino. Kenny now by himself. Glide bomb coming in, picks him up before they even get the kill. And now LG gets inside. Only 25 points needed here for Luminosity.
TK have not lost a series in Call of Duty World War II on LAN. They are 15 seconds away from suffering that first series loss. LG trying to hold. One final push from TK comes in. They've got the entry kills. John has been electric with 2 more. 238 to 227.
He just killed himself with a nade. He tossed it over the top and then ran directly into it, but LG still holding. Just a few more points needed as JCap pushing out the front, lines up one, but can't finish the second. It's TK trying to get in, but they're not able to do it, and LG take Series 1.
This game was released way back in early November. And on Sunday, January 14th, 2018 at 7:15 p.m., TK finally lose a series at a LAN event. Months into the life cycle of this game, the question now, will this championship caliber team be able to bounce back after experiencing something they've never had happen to themselves as this new roster?
Yeah, we brought it up earlier in the series. You know, how do you take loss? And I know, other than Kenny, you have a lot of veteran players here. You have veteran leadership, but still, it's something you haven't experienced.
Yep.
Who knows what's going through their heads? It's like you feel like gods. You feel invincible. No matter what situation, we end up coming up clutch, and then that situation happens where you don't. How are you going to react? How are you going to bounce back? And what is shaping up to be one of the best grand finals I've been a part of. This is spectacular stuff, and these are two teams that are matched up so well.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle in. We're doing it all over again. Welcome. This is the Call of Duty World League New Orleans Global Open Grand Finals presented by PS4. This crowd here is split down the middle. I don't know if you could hear it, but it was actually Let's Go LG versus Let's Go TK chants. I know, very original. Split from this setup. It's awesome to see. So many people rooting for both of these teams. And we're doing it all over again. Because LG come from the losers bracket, they reset it now. We're going to take a quick moment, take a breather, and let our analysts break down that first series. Guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you very much, Maven. As you heard Jack say there, we're going to a second best of 5. LG, coming from the losers bracket, have to beat TK twice. They give them their first ever loss on LAN. Merc, you called it. Yep. So no surprises there for you, but it was a fantastic series nevertheless, but it seemed as if LG had a little bit more control. But the big question now for many is how are TK going to react after that first loss?
That's it. I mean, we've talked over and over again about how clutch Team Kaliber can be. We've seen how many games how many game 5s they've clutched. They haven't lost a series. This is the first time this 4 is really feeling, you know, what they're feeling right now, that negativity. How are they going to be able to bounce back? They have to bounce back quickly, and I'm excited to see how they adjust those vetoes going into that second series.
I mean, you say, you know, they've never felt it before. No, they've never, ever felt it before, of course. And
that face right there, we have not seen that before. He's kind of looking like, you know, what do we have to do? What do we have to do to adjust and beat these guys?
What went wrong? But we'll, of course, now break down that first best of 5 series, starting, of course, with the first Hardpoint. Really, the storyline for this grand final so far, at least, Revan, has been JCap and just how dominant performance he's given us.
Yeah, we're talking about it on Best. JCap came up to play, and he's shown up big time here for his squad in the last couple of series. He's been dropping some big-time numbers. It's almost reminiscent of when JCap was in his prime back in the day. And for those of you who are new to competitive Call of Duty, JCap has been a household name for so long, but here on Gibraltar, it was a back-and-forth game for a large part of it, but once John is able to earn these streaks, and JCap, of course, continued to slay on the map, once again, it's a situation for Team Kaliber where that secondary assault rifle is never really able to get going in this game, and the AR dominance from Luminosity really shines through here.
Fantastic map that came through from LG, and you have a quick look at those stats, and again, you see JCap there, breaks 30 kills. Chance, it was a phenomenal matchup there from LG.
Yeah, no, I think they're, what, 2-0 on Gibraltar as well now against TK. So if I was TK, might have to ban that one now. You don't necessarily want to run it back. I will say, though, Theory, you see that he's got that 0.4 KD, went 12 and 30. Doesn't matter if you have the most time in the hill. That's completely unacceptable, especially for the grand finals.
I mean, it's just one of those situations where maybe a lot of those things just aren't going his way. He's running an SMG on a very AR-heavy map, but you have to still sort of participate as much as possible, get those kills, help your team out just a little bit. Again, that's the second or third time really on Gibraltar where we've seen him underperform. As you said, now we look at that veto, sort of that next series. Do they allow Luminosity Hardpoint to come in? That's one of Luminosity's better maps, but we did see TK win that early on today.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see for those vetoes to come through. But, of course, at that point, LG 1-0 up. We then go over to Search and Destroy. Map 2, we went over to USS Texas. to be completely frank, this game wasn't close whatsoever, Evan.
And whatsoever, and when we talk about the vetoes that are coming up the next series, where do Luminosity go here? Do you still veto Ardennes Forest search? Do you veto USS Texas search? It's great that Team Kaliber can showcase all these different strategies. I mean, Chance was talking about it a bit earlier in the day, how TK, they throw so many different looks at you. You can never really keep track of what's going on. Kenny was going nuts with the sniper rifle, and so is Theory. Everybody pitching in, and when you have all these different looks that are being thrown at you, if you're on the side of Luminosity, you can never really guess what's coming at you in the upcoming round.
Yeah, and I just want to harp on Theory once again. I criticized him for map number 1, but he was instrumental in beating LG the first time around. He's the player that had to really step his game up. So going into game number 2, he opens up with an ace. And I mean, that's the perfect way to bounce back and turn things around. You see when Theory's performing for TK, things massively shift in their favor.
Yeah, they most definitely do. But after that dominant performance there in map 2, you think, all right, TK's back in business. This could be another TK championship on its way. We headed over to game 3, the CTF, and again, it was LG basically just holding strong, doing what they do best, man.
It's just their early leads that we've seen continuously on this map. They're just so good at building up streaks, getting those early caps, and then they can play at their pace. It's so tough for TK to get back in this. You see John here earning score streaks. And again, Luminosity, they're so darn good on this CTF map. This might be another adjustment for TK. Do you risk playing a London Docks? Do you risk playing a Flak Tower?
I feel like you have to. And TK actually had a great start to this map here. They had an early flagpole, but Luminosity got the back bunker spawns. They were able to toss grenades over the bunker and really slow down that flagpole. Eventually got enough kills to get the return, and off the back of that, a counter cap. So Luminosity, they came to play in that capture flag. TK, I feel like their CTF game has been a little bit lackluster this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, but I still think they have to run it back. I think they're stuck on Forest. I think that's their best opportunity to win. Flak Tower, you got to expect LG just going to get rid of that outright. So do you really want to play London Docks for your first time on land ever? I mean, granted, you played in the 2Ks, but this is another map that LG is very, very good at. I think that's playing with fire. Again, they had the early potential flag cap. If it wasn't for some amazing stun grenades coming over bunker, that could have been a completely different game. I would have faith in my team to be able to, re-up themselves for the second time.
To that point, though, we said the same thing about London Docks Hardpoint, and TK weren't afraid to pull it away. Admittedly, now you're in the second best of 5 in a grand final, a little bit of a different state.
Yeah.
But at TK, they have shown us that they're not afraid of mixing things up. But to be honest, I'm kind of with you there, Chance. I think you're going to just run it back on the same map, especially for CTF. But the series wasn't over. At that point, it was 2-1 in favor of LG. We then went over to another Hardpoint game, and it was a bit of a nail-biting finish there, Mark.
Absolutely. I mean, TK just get off to a great start, the start that you want, about a 53-0 lead. They start getting streaks going, but then Luminosity fight back. Dude, this guy Octane and John as well, they both get hot, they both go on some streaks. They win that winery rotation. Then they're able to break that parking lot, which ends up helping them win that game.
This play right here is, I thought this was going to be the turning point for Team Kaliber to flip the switch and come back in the game. That was a nasty 3-piece by Chino, and they wind up taking the lead. And then it was a nail-biting finish, as you guys were saying here on the lot Hardpoint. I think John actually kills himself with this nade.
Yeah. Sometimes you just throw the ball to yourself and catch it.
Taking nade lessons from Jack.
Oh, dearie me, just threw that up, rushed into the hill. I'm sure Jack is giving you a very discerning look. But hey, Uncle Jack's nades, they're pretty good. Gotta give him that. But that was it. LG, they take the game 250-227, and they reset our bracket.
Yeah, and we talked about vetoes a lot, but I think this is the one map that we will see in every single one, as we have, what, a 1-1 split now. TK were able to clutch up the first time. Luminosity's turn. I think this might be game number 1 in our second set of best of 5.
That's basically what it comes down to. Who is going to clutch up the most? Of course, we had our vetoes for the first best of 5. The players have had time now to go through the veto process once again for our second set. Let's take a look at what has been decided. We'll start, of course, with Hardpoint. Luminosity gets rid of Ardennes. Team Kaliber gets rid of Gibraltar. Okay, so yeah, London Docks will come through, as will St. Marie Dumont.
Yeah, again, if you're 0-2 against the team on a map, you might as well just get rid of it. Try something new. And again, London Docks, you'd have to imagine that's something TK has been just practicing endlessly since Dallas. Of course, the win is against E United. E United has faltered a little bit on that map, but still, I think that's the right move from TK.
Well, we have one new map. We'll search and destroy change. London Docks goes from TK. Now, what are you going to ban? They get rid of USS Texas, so Ardennes will sneak through there for TK. I mean, after that beating there on Texas, that's the right thing to do right there, Mark.
Yeah, adjustments on both sides. I mean, when you lose it, 2 times in a series, maybe it is their turn to win that Ardennes Forest. We've seen Luminosity, they do have a solid search and destroy game. But again, that's TK's best search and destroy map. I'm excited to watch that map number 2.
Now the final question, the CTF.
Nope, Forest.
Ardennes Forest. So, Chance, you were absolutely correct there. So of our new best of 5, we have a couple of new maps, of course. Map number 1 and map number 2 will be different, but the final 3, should this series go the distance, will be the same. London Docks Hardpoint, map 1, Ardennes Forest, search and destroy, followed by an Ardennes Forest, capture the flag, and a St. Marie-du-Mont Hardpoint, and a St. Marie-du-Mont search and destroy if it goes to game 5. Merc, you said you had faith in TK in a second best of 5. I don't know, are you still feeling confident when you see those maps?
That first one scares me. I feel like if they steal it, then this will be their series, because that second game, that Ardennes Forest search and destroy, I mean, we've seen TK dominate for so long, and then you look at that CTF, yes, they were very close, but Luminosity have done it so well. I think we're gonna go to a game 5. I think that game number 4, I think it's gonna be another close St. Marie-du-Mont Hardpoint. I think TK is gonna be able to clutch up in game 5.
Well, it's very, very simple. The CWL NOLA Championship all comes down to one best of 5. Team Kaliber versus Luminosity. Let's not waste any time. Let's get the second best of 5 underway.
It's the second best of 5 in the grand final here in New Orleans. And I'll tell you what, throughout all of Dallas, TK banned London Docks in every mode. We're going to see it here. And they've only played it once, I believe, in the United Series. They look pretty good. They won it there.
Trust me, it's not that they're bad at this map. They just know a lot of other teams are very strong on it. So you might as well make them play uncomfortable, play game moments they're not as good at. But here we go, folks. It's time. Our second best of 5 in the grand final. It just comes down to this. TK or LG will become champions by the end of the series.
And last time when they did win, Kenny had to go on an absolute tear to win that map. Can he pull it together here as well? As I say it, he gets cut down by the STG of Octane there mid-map, and every kill but one has gone to Luminosity here early.
15-3 the score. Accuracy, he's trying to hold this lower docks push. This is the best way to infiltrate these spawns for this top street hill. Cheeky shots there from John, the headshot comes into play. Cheeky shots there from Slack, the headshot comes into play. As now JCap, he'll be pushing up lights. LG smoking TK at the start of this map.
It's the only hardpoint we've seen them start strong on against TK. It's usually been TK very early on that first hardpoint, and they've got spawns for the second. So this is a spectacular start here for Luminosity. But as I say that, coming through lights is going to be Chino. He's able to make a play, and they may be able to pressure the back, but you've got one of the best turrets in the industry here, Octane. Set up back bus.
Look at Kenny, 0-4 start. Chino gets stunned and killed. John on the pinch. There's 2 more for him. LG remain in control as TK. They're going to spawn out in that bottom left side of the minimap. Because JCap just spawned at that bottom street, they'll know, hey, something's up, watch your back, and Octane's ahead of it. He's only able to get 1.
They still maintain a 20-point advantage with 30 or so seconds left in the hardpoint. Kenny finally going to be able to hop in. Started 0-4, now up to 2-5. They need him to be spectacular. They can't let John outshine him throughout the course of this series. Kenny's going to have to be huge.
It's almost like the battle for who wants to take the title as best SMG player in Call of Duty.
The way they've been playing?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I saw Killa tweet, he thinks John is by far the best player. Many people think it's Kenny, and this is how you make a case for it. LG doubling the score of TK. TK have rotated towards lower docks. Accuracy. Trying to hold this pressure from one side, Fury on the other. Both communicating on where exactly these LG players are pinching from. Look at Chino, heads up play, expecting JCap to try to go for those spawns for the new hill, try to at least begin to position his team on that side, and he cuts him down there quick.
He's got one more player to deal with here. I believe it's Octane. Octane just killed his teammate. Chino can't get there to trade it out. But still, the further away from the hardpoint they're having these fights, the better. And this has been brilliant so far from Team Kaliber. They have locked down Docks, and they are about to take the lead. How many lead changes do we have in the last hardpoint?
Oh,
42?
I don't even want to count. A 9 combined streak between the 4 players of TK, everyone working towards score streaks. You think they've got to at least earn 1 here, right? I think Fury's the closest. Chino now dead. Fury actually does get the 2-piece there, which gives him the glide bomb and the fighter pilot. No mortar strike, but either way, those 2 tools can come into play as the game goes on.
Now now. We're going to rotate out of docks, playing over on streets. Going to be Kenny. Nice gunfight win up against John. They have the top side of the minimap controlled, and look where accuracy is still sitting. He's got a good opportunity to play spoiler here. Unless
gosh. Look, J-Cap's like, okay, I didn't expect you to be over here. Kills him.
I thought he was going to get like 2 kills from behind and kind of slow down the first push from Luminosity. Doesn't quite go that way. Instead, as J-Cap spots him, and now ends up being a flood for Luminosity. Members spawning out from TK. Flawless play.
That costs them right there. They're expecting some sort of pressure towards the lower docks. They didn't think J-Cap would flank the guy watching the flank as he gets 2 more there. John with another back and forth again. Are the streaks, look at this now. I mentioned the 9 combined streak for TK. Now LG's on one of their own.
J-Cap, one inside fire. Can't snap there onto the second. But this has been a very good break and hold inside of beer for Luminosity.
Just like the first series, Maven, LG outslaying in the hard points. It's helped them win the 2 they've played so far in this best of 5, or in this grand final.
Very true. Now we head over to Crane. John peeking up and able to win a gunfight there. Still 1 player remaining in fire, and he's going to be cut down. So 3 kills there go the way of LG, and they will be the first in the hard point. We get a close spawn at the top side here for Team Kaliber. They're going to be able to reinforce this quickly, but the AR of Octane ready and waiting. He picks up a couple kills. Unfortunately, the rest of his team is going to drop, so right now it's an uncontested hard point. He got a fighter pilot there at the end.
He did only get 1. Slack was killed by Fury's fighter pilot in the hard point, so TK have used one of those streaks. You can see only glide bomb remaining. Nades flooding on in. That's the strategy when you spawn at that lower dock side. At least force the player out of the hard point. Another one comes on in. That's a kill onto accuracy. You can see they just keep soaring on through. J-Cap with 1 more. 15 seconds left in the first rotation of Hills. Maven, anything that stands out to you right now?
I mean, the score line really is so close, considering the fact that basically everyone's even or positive on the side of Luminosity. They continue to control the slaying part of this game, but that doesn't necessarily lead to a win against TK. No. It's especially now, too early to tell. But my God, Octane and Slack have been magnificent. True. Kenny, after a slow start, has picked up a little bit, but the top slaying SMG on their side has actually been Theory in this one.
And that's a big difference for me so far. Theory was very quiet, especially in the respawns last series. He did go off in the S&D. But they need him to be putting up numbers like this. They need every single player to be clicking. A 5-second difference. This has been how the entire map has been. It looks like LG might swing back into a narrow lead here. As again, the focus comes in for the spawns on the new hardpoint.
TK set up on the bottom side of the map, but you saw 1 spawn top, so that was actually Theory spawns at the top side, and then I believe it was Chino ends up spawning down by Bus, so he'll be set up to kind of get in this anchor position, but now comes the flood. As soon as he shoots at one of these, he's going to get overwhelmed almost instantly.
That was such a smart play from Slack. He just shoulder peeked it for a brief second, then went and re-challenged with the help of his team. 3 players hitting this for LG. Kenny wins 1, has 2 players just behind him. Only tags up Slackton. He's got the player with the fighter pilot behind him. Octane finally shoots him in the back.
For a second, I was like,
LG push forward.
I was like, why isn't he dead yet? Then you hear the fighter pilot going, but oh, that makes a whole lot of sense.
20 and 9 from Octane over double positive. The most time on his team in the hard point. MVP-like start for him off the break of map 1.
Laser-like accuracy from Octane. I believe you just heard a glide bomb tested in this one. Slack hits through mid-cut. Team Kaliber, though, going to be in the hard point. 20 or so seconds remaining here as we could get another lead change if they can tack up some time. But Octane, J-Cap, John all want none of it. And they clear the side of Team Kaliber, and Octane letting Theory know.
Look at this. Slack hiding inside these lower docks. Everyone's snapping on LG right now. There's 1. No, not going to happen. Accuracy with the swift help for his teammate. 27 seconds separating these teams. LG pushing from this bottom crane side. And look at where John actually is. He's forcing these spawns out near this BS&D. RTK picking up on this.
Multiple players, everybody spawning on the top side of the minimap for Luminosity. TK continues to hold. Remember, last time they dominated in docks. They had near a flawless hold. In Theory, a big part of that is he finds a couple of kills, and they continue to rack up time. It looks like we'll be having another lead change here in just a matter of moments.
And where you think LG started to have everyone snap, you have a combined 8 streak from TK. 2 more streaks now earned by accuracy. The lead back down to just 3 as TK look for another lead change here on London Docks.
Accuracy playing patiently here. You see Slacked and J-Cap Just contesting for now, making sure they can't rack any more time. They don't want to feed any more streaks to him if they can. With that kill, he's very, very close. He snaps onto the face of Slacked. And that'll be an artillery for accuracy. Well deserved.
Moments like that are why he was our CWL Dallas Open MVP. 21 and 18, fully streaked out. 1:51 in the hard point. He's matching the slang of Octane, and TK now have the lead.
Yeah, it's an Octane accuracy battle, the John and Kenny battle. It has been so fun to watch through this series, but inside the hard point right now is Luminosity. They've got the control of the spawns. Pushing out towards mid-map was JCap, but he does get picked off.
This is absurd.
Another lead change.
This is absurd right now. I don't even know what to say anymore. TK now fly back in. They're looking for these final 30 seconds. Chino holding the front line. Nades all over the place. It doesn't matter what you have on. Armored, hunker. These nades are landing right at their feet over and over. LG, they'll take back a narrow advantage. 176 to 176 now. As again, kills on rotation are everything here.
Yeah, Slack gets one, Octane gets another, and that's the opening. Look at, they get a couple key kills, they spawn them out. Sure, have the final 10 seconds of the previous hardpoint. We're getting set up anew. Octane goes on a tear there to make sure he gets the setup at Crane for his squad. John now inside, trying to weather the storm, the onslaught of nades that are coming in currently
Fighter
from
pilot.
Team Kaliber. Fighter pilot coming in, trying to tag up Octane, but he's hit the Crane.
He's only able to get one. They know they're all spawning back here still. Every second that goes by, a little further helping LG. Octane with 2 more. He's now 32 and 17. Holding the hill, 90 plus seconds now. And he sees the final 2 players. This is a nice setup for LG up to this point, but still only up by 5.
It just looks like hell inside this.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I don't even know what's hitting him anymore.
So many nades cruising on in from TK.
He switched the player of the hard point. I don't even know how they're shooting back.
Yeah, I was going to try and make an explosion noise with my mouth. I did.
Don't do that. Good. You saved us there. 10 seconds between these teams. A third rotation now. Octane hasn't slowed down. Accuracy has picked things up. Everyone pulling their weight at the moment. 4 dead on rotation. LG going to have to fight for mid-map control.
Well, as TK got a couple of kills, that allows him to get set up at mid-map. Now rotating into the hard point is going to be Chino, but he's picked up by mid-cut almost immediately as LG comes soaring in. Contested right now. Nice shots by Octane over the top to pick him off the wood box. More time. Crucial seconds. Ticking towards LG. It's Chino on the backside with a nice 2-piece to open things up. One more at mid-cut. He saw the nade come in. Has to go down for the time being, but Slack soaring over the top.
Still 30 seconds remaining on this hill. LG flooding from gate. 2-piece for Theory. Staying alive. He is weak. Octane gets the better of him there. TK will get this scrap time, it appears. But again, great. You get these 20 seconds. You're trying to get in position. And oh no, this could be a huge blunder for LG. They have no one watching the back. Kenny's there. Gets one, and he forces the spawns out. This could be the difference maker in the final moments of this map, maybe.
It's like he got there just a second earlier, right as Octane was starting to turn, but Kenny was already there. John and Slack, though, trying to deal with the pressure around the back. Coming in the front's going to be accuracy as he picks up a kill. Getting pushed from lights, 1 down. The second challenge is 2 down. Oh! Accuracy going huge, gets some streaks, but finally dropped.
They just spawned right behind him. They spawned right behind him and shoot him in the back. All that work, if anything, it helped them.
They all pop right on him, but still such a tight game. 5 points now separates these teams. Team Kaliber will now be taking the lead. What a back and forth battle we have in our second set of this best of 5. It's a party inside of lights. The entire team has to push through because the artillery that's cutting off the other angle.
Blocking the other lane. Accuracy with 2 more. He's at 38 kills. Octane with 38 of his own. It's a battle of the ARs right now. Octane will get in the hard point. He'll tie the game again, folks.
And this is where it's huge. Team Kaliber has been perfect when you get to docks. That has been where they have locked down a majority of their time. They're going to allow Luminosity to get just under 240, and now Team Kaliber going to go for a perfect hold. The pressure coming into accuracy, he's got to back up. Patrolling top mid is Kenny as he's going to find a kill. Can't snap onto another. Accuracy has to go huge as Octane finding all the kills. And Octane with the 3-piece might be the break they need. He's still up. He's gotten in, but it should be contested from the other side.
He's got streaks, and now Octane is pushing towards 50 kills on this map. Chino now dead. Octane with 2 in front of him. Can't get it done. 10 seconds separating these 2 teams. TK can win off this hill.
Theory still holding strong inside, but it's JCap with 2 big ones as he forces through. Top middle patrolled by John. Kenny's gonna fall as well. No, somehow he's able to sneak in and pick up JCap. Kenny coming through with what might be the play of the game, just sneaking through.
They've got to contest this hard point. They've got to contest for 5 more seconds. They're doing it right now. Slack tries to surge forward. Accuracy, holding a different angle. Accuracy with 2. They must rotate towards the new Hill Maven. They cannot win off this hard point.
248, make it 249, 236 for TK. TK trying to hold strong. It's going to be pressure in the front. Octane and Slack trying to get it done. They've got to fight in. They've got to push through. Here it is. It's Kenny holding. They're going to get in. They're going to contest 249, 247.
They're stacking both sides of the hill. TK in control. TK with the win. You just witnessed one of the best hardpoint maps in Call of Duty competitive history. This is why these teams are in the grand final. I need a drink.
How many times are they going to do it, Jack? How many times in these clutch spots is TK going to pull off the improbable, the impossible? Let's watch the end of that again, man. That was something special.
What? Okay, so at this point, there's still 30 seconds left on the hill, right? So LG, they're still focusing on trying to win here. This is where Kenny somehow gets in the hard point. There's a fighter pilot. He's getting shot on the cross. He guns JCap and just contests for long enough to give Accuracy his chance. Accuracy now, he needs to contest for 7 seconds. Typically, you hold that right angle. He gets 2 kills to buy his team enough time to set up for beer where LG can no longer win.
There were so many different times where I thought this game was done, man. Unbelievable.
And then they keep flooding front. They know they no longer have time to pinch. They just flood the front door. Kenny trying to pre-fire. They charge out and kill him. There's 3 players on each team in the hard point.
Look at the stack there on the mini-map. That tight ball of players. Last one there, cut down 250, 249. As another insane victory from TK.
Ladies and gentlemen in the venue, can we give these 2 teams a round of applause for what we just saw right there? My God, how do you go and play an S&D after that?
Oh. See deep breaths right now. I think we have to regain as well for this match. I can't even imagine what it feels like for the players. And Octane's just like, oh, I'm just mad. I'm just mad I got that 3-piece in docks and we didn't win the game.
There's your best of 5. 250 to 249. If you're new to watching competitive Call of Duty, that might be someone's first map ever watching competitive COD.
Glad to have you. Welcome.
Yeah.
And now this is where it gets real scary. Team Kaliber wins that by 1 on a map they rarely ever play. Now you're heading to the TK house. S&D on Arden Forest. They have 1 loss there. They are basically completely lights out on that map. And in my opinion, Luminosity has to get a victory here. If they go 2-0 down to the reigning champions, I don't know how you pull that back.
I can't imagine what these players are feeling right now.
I was shaking up here.
Yeah, and it can't be stressed enough. If you enjoy watching this, after this weekend's done, you only have to wait, what, 10 days for the CWL Pro League to begin? 4 straight months of Call of Duty matches weekly. The best teams in the world going at it for a total of $1.4 million in prizes.
The composure it's got to take for these young guys on this stage, this much money on the line. And now, I mean, you have to feel so good if you're TK. I mean, 1, you got the win, obviously, but then now just heading to Arden Forest. But think about this. Somewhere that, you know, TK's looked invincible, not losing a series on land.
Yep.
LG, they get it done. Now their best search and destroy, one which teams usually ban, one which LG banned in the first series, is now your map 2. Can LG get the upset?
These teams are split down the middle in this crowd. Let's get it started. Game 2, Arden Forest S&D.
Sniper out for John. Cap patrolling mid-map with the STG. It's a nade from Accuracy as the first blood. Accuracy gets a second as well. He's working on an early ace, but the snap there. Suddenly, Kenny is by himself in a 1 versus 2. John and Cap making plays. Kenny trying to push towards Cabin Alley. Can he pick up one? He should be dead. Wow. That went from what looked very good for TK early. Suddenly, a flurry of kills.
Composure for the longtime teammates of J-Cap and John. They've been together for probably the closer half of 3 years at this point.
Yeah.
The duo, there's a reason they sit next to each other. They've got the chemistry they need to make a play like that happen. LG strike first in game 2.
And that's big. I mean, I know it's 1 round, but coming off of a loss like that, getting a round under your belt has got to feel incredible right now if you're Luminosity. But stun out over the top, hits the armored player in theory, so he'll be unaffected trying to make a play. Spotting Octane for a moment, but Kenny can't finish it. He'll have bar out for this round.
Octane just trying to see if he can tag up the weak theory. And look at Chino. Are they ready for this? Did John just spot him? I don't believe so. John has no idea he's gotten here.
Shaky shots there, Chino. But ultimately, you got the kill. You made all your fans terrified.
Now they just need to eliminate him before they can do anything. Look at how terrible the setup they have now. Accuracy's at Fire Tank.
He's getting picked apart.
You've got Slack behind one. Chino trying to play his life. He'll challenge another. He will finally go down, but the damage has been done, Maven. A minute wasted in this round, and they're at a number disadvantage as well.
Exactly. I was about to follow that up with the damage has been to the clock, right? I mean, all that time that has gone by. Octane and Slack now in desperation mode.
And now they just set up and watch every lane. Look, you've got Accuracy holding A. Mid Ruins is being watched, as well as back B. 18 seconds left. This round should be over.
And Octane took so much damage before he could even get anyone in his sight. There's textbook TK. Nice flank from Chino.
I think John was in charge of watching that flank, but like he went to peek middle for a brief moment, and in that brief moment, Chino like crossed the 5 steps he needed.
How good is Chino at playing A? It's like whether he's locking down A or hitting that flank, I feel like he's always making plays on this map.
It's why they can basically trust him to solo hold that site. Yes, Accuracy plays nearby and middle on defense, but we talked about this so many times. Chino knows just how much he can get away with behind that A cabin cover. He knows when to flank, just like that.
Chino gonna toss a nade over mid. He is gonna connect, and that's the pressure to go. You see the assist, plan play, and it leads to a kill for Kenny. Slack though able to trade. Chino tagging up Cap. Nice jump shot there.
Oh, come on.
Cap's a bit flustered after that.
That's not even fair. Chino, Accuracy, and Kenny, 3 versus 2. They know. I think they know they have Slack pinned at this pillar. They're just waiting for the help from middle map. There we go.
Easy pickings for Kenny. John out by himself with a sniper, and he is dropped back-to-back rounds for TK, who happen to also be looking for back-to-back champs if they can close out LG.
I didn't even think about this, Maven. We talk about how that was the first series in that first best of 5 of the grand finals that TK's ever lost on land in Call of Duty World War II. And their first map after to recover is that 250-249. Talk about composure.
These guys are going to bed after this.
Oh, 100%. They are not celebrating here in New Orleans.
LG now back to offense, trailing by a round. 3 hitting up mid. You saw a stun and nade come out. Theory's now got up into you. Accuracy watching cross.
Why did they just try that? Accuracy plays that same position in every single round. They need to either smoke him out or stun him if they ever want to attempt something like that.
They may be outmatched on this particular map. 4-3 advantage now for Team Kaliber.
Can we quickly swap over to Accuracy for a brief moment? Yeah, look, he's running his armored scope class. His only goal is to eat whatever's thrown at him and just hold the middle lane with an FG42.
Yeah. He basically moves around a circle with a diameter of 10 feet and just locks it down. But Bomb is down mid-map in a very scary position because that was Slack, the first player to drop. John pushes forward, though, picks up 1 cabin cut, snapping back to you. Theory, good job getting away with his life, but you're still in a 2v3. Not a whole lot of time to work with, and John getting tagged from behind. Bomb still in mid.
Chance. This is their chance now that John's actually crossed. Fortunately, though, J-Cap now dead. John by himself, 20 seconds left. There's no way he can grab that bomb and plant. Chino.
Loud. He's dead.
Chino at A. Chino at A.
He's like an impenetrable wall over there. Just seems like he's always who was he play? He played someone like a fiddle the other night. I think it might have been Echo Fox, but just watching him when he's set up in that position, man, he makes it look so easy. Never panics, always composed, always in the right position, rarely misses, unlike that flank where he did miss quite a lot.
Still got the first blood. Everyone on TK with the first blood so far this map. 0 in total for LG.
All right, now let's see what TK can do when they're pushing towards A. There's nobody there. Nades aren't going to connect with anything. It's a mid and B stack right now. JCap will be first blooded. The A site is given up for free right now to TK.
Oh, accuracy.
They're finding some kills on the retake. They haven't even really tried it yet.
Oh, they're just going for it. They think he's going to be planting. They want to overwhelm him while he doesn't have gun up. It's one player all by himself. Nice retake from LG. What made that possible was that second kill from Octane. Once accuracy's dead, they no longer have to worry about that AR watching that choke point, and that lets them just flood right on in from middle.
Yeah, I thought that, I mean, once TK got through with little to no resistance and got that first blood, I thought that was going to be an easy round for them to lock down. But like you said, that big kill from Octane, they make that retake look easy. And LG staying alive in this search and destroy, but still 3-2 advantage right now for TK.
LG moving towards B this time. Still, this is the standard setup from TK. They don't change anything. They're that confident in it. They know when to use their nades. They know what they need to watch out for. Look at that. How tough of a shot is that with a sniper on accuracy who's got the FG42?
Well, accuracy able to hit him and back him down. JCap with another first blood to his name. Ooh, every time John peeks, accuracy's got a bullet ready to greet him pretty much instantly.
Kenny gets this kill on B, they have a chance. I'm wondering, do they just try to overwhelm him? Look at Chino again. Oh my gosh!
There's a plethora of hit markers there.
Both players stay alive.
He's like, accuracy's not in my position anymore? All right, I can go find a kill.
Right? It's incredible what he does.
He almost kills him, though, as he gets back to the cross. 4 versus 2. Chino and accuracy trying to make a play. Now just on accuracy. Bomb being planted now. He's spotted. Can he get a look? Oh, gets planted, though. John very, very weak. 1 versus 2. Accuracy's trying to run forward, not able to get it done. If he kills him a second before that bomb gets planted, maybe an opportunity there to back up, make a play, but they just, I think Slack just gets that bomb down.
Whew. A long, long round right there. You could see the hesitation from LG even after getting that first pick at B. They typically, they'd want to like overwhelm it before we won it, but like with Kenny there with accuracy in middle, with Chino probably lurking, they're not playing as aggressive as you'd think they would.
Well, last time we saw an attempted hit towards A for TK that fell short. They were dismantled by the retake from LG. This time it's a B hit. And look at that number 6 and 8 on the map. They're starting to push up. Chino's got to pick up the flank here.
They know this is coming. They know this is coming. Chino's there. He at least weakens him.
Does he catch that, though? Nope.
First 4 rounds were 4 first bloods for TK. Now it's LG with a couple on the board.
4v2. Kenny should be potentially picked up there. Inching forward is Octane. He's got power position. These are easy pickets for him, but Chino able to pick off his head. The flank does come through. Another round for LG, and this is must-win map. LG's got to win this map. What a crazy grand final that would be if this is where if they lose Arden Forest, they lose their first series, or heck, even maybe their second series. It's been an uphill battle for LG, but they continue to claw tooth and nail to try and upset TK in this grand final.
Will John be our Astro Gaming MVP if they wind up winning this weekend?
Him, Octane, heck, JCap's been spectacular at times. They've all.
You could name every person in this lobby.
You talk about how long some of these rounds have been. Kenny.
That's not right.
Kenny spots you. John eliminated early.
Scoped becoming the meta more and more on these ARs for moments like that. Helps you to stay as accurate as possible. JCap being pushed back. Octane getting weakened. JCap does even the odds, 3-3.
I mean, Kenny, knowing all 3 players are there, that's an aggressive peek. I know it's an easy kill at times to pick him off that back cover, but when there's 3 players looking at you, you kind of give up that first blood that you just earned for your team, and now as Slack and company flood on through, I don't know how I feel about the continued pressure from Kenny. I know he wants to hold him back, but as he drops, quickly turns in. Now to a 2 versus 1. Chino has to make a play. He spots Octane up top. Nice shots there to peel Octane off a cover.
That is such a tough kill. Slacked has 2 kills already this round.
I believe both players are loud.
Oh yeah, they are. It's everyone hunker. How does Slack play it from here? Chino with the bar.
And this could be a big kill for Slack as well. He was getting rather close to streaks here if he's able to make this play. Chino starting to inch his way forward. 30 seconds on the clock. Slack starting to wrap back. This is all going to be on timing. Chino spots him, gets the shots in, able to tag him up, but can't finish the kill. Slack just playing his life.
He's expecting him to try to run away, right? And now Slack will fall back in towards middle map. He's trying to hold that mid lane push. 10 seconds remaining. He flies forward. Chino gets off the bomb, doesn't actually defuse it. I'm wondering if he was worried about thinking he heard something middle lane and thought that that was him getting flanked, because Slack was so loud. You know we can hear him with his headset cranked up.
If he stuck it right away, I don't know if he would have had it, but had to be close. Had he hopped on that right away when he back Slack down.
I think he would have had it.
Wow. Some tense rounds here.
He could have just faked the bomb too.
Can we check Slack real quick? How close is he to streak? Ooh. Okay, so very, very close here.
It's looking like a 1-1 series, Maven. LG keep this up. Shots coming in, Slack dead to the hands of accuracy. TK with control of the B site.
No streaks for Slack either.
Oh, that's actually the key point. Nice job.
So as he gets cut down, accuracy finds the 2 opening kills, 2 remaining from Luminosity. TK don't want to go away yet, but a win there and fire cut for JCap keeps the dreams of Luminosity alive. John.
I love the crowd. You could all just see they know how important that would be if they could pick him up in that power position. Fortunately, no one trying to peek the sniper rifle.
John found an STG to work with, tries to push up, not able to win it. JCap weak at mid-map, and with 20 seconds on the clock, and accuracy having the high ground, not much he can do at all. He will drop. TK inching back into this one, and yeah, that first blood, that was accuracy. I think he got the first 2 kills, actually, but the first one on Slacked, he's, what, 75 off of streaks coming into that? Falls just a little bit short. I mean, that's the type of, if he has a drop there, maybe you have a chance to just close the game out with those streaks. Now, not an opportunity. TK, once again, just do not go away.
Oh. What do they do here? Do they change anything up? Typically, they don't. Typically, it's... Okay, so they will, actually. Kenny with the sniper now. He's expecting JCap to go. Oh, my... Oh, God!
He gets up there. If he held that for another second.
So they'll play this differently now at B. I'm wondering, do we see Theory cut in towards mid-ruins? Looks like he will. 2 nades come out. Nothing on the Theory. Kenny's watching with the sniper. He's got to hit something. He's absolutely got to hit something. He does! First blood! Whiffs the second. He knows Octane's in the back. He'll go ahead and nade him on out. Doesn't actually hit, though. 4 versus 3.
Last time Kenny was in this position, he peeked up top and got cut down. Now he's sniping everything. 2 to his name. But Octane will clean it up. Theory weak here, playing at the pillar.
He sees both. They've got him pinned. So now all they need to do is just hold. 40 seconds left, just hold. That's all they need to do. Theory cannot die.
Chino's got all the way to back bunker, trying to reposition to get an angle on this. They have to know the flank is coming soon. May not matter as Chino's the one, or Theory's the one making the plays. The flank now coming through. Octane's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I think he's 1 kill off streaks as well.
Oh my God.
Oh man. We'll have to see who gets defense. If this series wasn't close enough after map 1, we're now going to a round 11.
250, 249, and now around 11. It's just like you have to pick TK in this. They're the ones that continue to clutch up. Remember, LG has not lost the game 5. Obviously, the same is true for Team Kaliber. Neither team has dropped the game 5.
75 points away. Accuracy going back to his spot middle. Look at the scoreboard, and no one really having a terrible map. Can't put the blame on anyone here. The crowd splitting their chance.
I want this to go the distance so bad. Like you said, very close to Streaks' theory.
Kenny, the sniper worked. You might as well do it again. 30 seconds off the clock already. Still has a nade to work with. John getting ready to peek this corner. So nervous about this sniper. This could be the opening. This could be the opening.
Here they come.
This could be the opening. Bye-bye, Octane!
Kenny with the first blood, gets needed almost immediately. Theory wins
Streaks!
4v2 and has streaks to work with. Slacked and John in a whole lot of trouble here in round 11.
The streak comes in. I don't think he sees anyone. Theory dies in the middle of that. Theory actually dies calling in the streak. That's why he lost control. 27 seconds remaining. John with the sniper. They have control of the B site. They should be able to get this bomb planted. It will be a retake. No streaks. Just comes down to pure gunfights.
Here we go. Here we go. 2 versus 3 for Luminosity. They have the bomb planted. TK heading up the map as a flock.
There we go. This is it, folks. Who will take game 2? 24 seconds left. Kenny about to peek the corner. He's got the SCG. John with the sniper. Makes it a 2-on-2. They've got to go. They cannot wait. Whiffs the shot. Accuracy evens it out. 13 seconds left. Slack trying to hold the corner. Someone's got to defuse the bomb. They don't check the right side. They don't check the right side. And that's a map victory, evening out the series.
And that's a 2v4, buddy. A 2v4 for Slack and John. Gut-wrenching loss there for TK. So you get a crazy clutch from Team Kaliber in game 1. LG's like, all right, we can do it too. The round 11 victory. And I mentioned that game 5 stat. You know this is going 5 games. It's going 5 games.
The closest hard point I've casted in Call of Duty World War II. The closest S&D I've casted in Call of Duty World War II. Tell everyone you know to tune in to what is looking like the best match we've had so far this year. This is the Call of Duty World League New Orleans Grand Finals.
Here we go. Welcome back to your CWL New Orleans Grand Final. The second best of 5 tied up 1-1 between Luminosity and TK. If you just started watching, I'm sorry, you just missed 2 of the craziest maps to kick this off. A 250 to 249 win for TK. A round 11 2v4 for Luminosity. This is phenomenal. What else is there to say?
All of my social media talking about this series right here. Wow, this has won all the signs of being one of the best series we've seen so far, obviously, in Call of Duty World War II, but maybe top 5 series.
It's, you know,
in Call of Duty World League history.
It's always tough. You know, you never want to get caught in the moment, but these two are just so evenly matched, man. Like, there hasn't really been much of a blowout or anything.
That scoreboard right there, it is literally not possible to be closer in maps 1 and 2. It is absolutely not. We'll see if that remains true here in CTF on Ardennes Forest.
I remember last time through, Luminosity certainly proved to be the stronger team. They had a dominant first side, which they went up 2-0. They had, what, a 3.5-minute standoff. The second side were in complete and utter control throughout it. Let's see if Team Kaliber is now able to adapt.
Octane, who nearly dropped 50 kills in map 1 in the Hardpoint, does get gunned down first. Kenny getting aggressive already. This is his favorite baby. This is what he's known for, is Ardennes Forest, CTF. Getting aggressive towards bunker. He saw the second player crossing. Nice bunny hop by JCap there. Accuracy should be shot in the back as 3 go down. LG know it's time to push up. Look at those yellow arrows flooding every single lane. They want full knowledge of where TK can be, and maybe there's only one place they can be, and it's in their back spawn.
Yeah, they're just tucked away in this deep pocket. Remember last time it was early pressure from TK, and then an immediate response from Luminosity led to a very early cap. May have a chance here. Octane now able to grab the flag, pushing it on through ruined spawners at the top of the map for Team Kaliber. We'll hop out to the sky camera. You see one in Chino chasing, one hitting mid-cut, and Theory going to be hitting in through bunker. You've got John covering Octane in front. We'll have the first key one-on-one, able to win that against Kenny. Slacked, watching the back push through bunker. Theory looking to peek, trying to pop out, but there's help
Team
here.
kill.
There's a team kill that actually comes through. Are they able to fire this through? Has to get a touchdown, able to do it. That's Chino, able to cut him down, but he's by himself with that kill from JCap. There's the cap.
Ice in his veins. Wins the one-on-one he needs to. If there's no team kill there, maybe TK could have the upper hand, but in the end, it's LG with the first cap here in CTF.
So reminiscent of the first time they played it.
Yep.
Early score from Luminosity.
But now they've got to focus on killing JCap. Can we swap back to him here? Look, 3 kills off of streaks. We know how key they were the first time these teams met up in CTF, the last time they played. Dead. That's a victory in and of itself for TK.
Nice shots from Slacked, and guns a third. Whoa. By TK, 4 down.
Whoa.
Slacked, a monster.
Explosive plays out of Slack right there.
That was dirty.
Clears out the entire team, and he's looking for more. Finally, Chino calms him down. Beautifully placed nade from JCap, backs up the second player.
It's been all pressure from Luminosity throughout the opening half of this first round. Trying to pick up one more in Ruins, but Kenny able to juggle around these pillars and find one before JCap finally puts an end to him. It's multiple kills for him, can't win that. Theory and Accuracy gonna be on defense here. So far, the two of them holding strong, but the stun comes in. Theory will drop at Slack. Only one really still in a position to make a play.
And one shot, Accuracy should win that 10 out of 10 times. So he'll play his life for a moment. Accuracy, you see in the kill feed, does clean him up. John actually running airborne inconspicuous, so he will have that quieter movement speed. Also there from Kenny as well, both of them rocking these tactical grenades to try to use that in a way of getting an upper hand. Kenny with some nice shots, unfortunately loses that 1v1. Can Slack by enough time. Will Chino challenge? No, why? What was that? I mean, I know he's expecting him to be there, but okay. Flag is pulled, flag is pulled. It's still out. There's still 3 dead. They can do this.
Looking to make the play. You've got Chino and Kenny sprinting across to try and be the escort. Picking up mid-map will be Kenny. Tagged, challenging, just slowing down the onslaught. This is going to be a cap through for Team Kaliber. They couldn't score the first time on the strong side. Here they get it done, all tied up with 70 seconds remaining in side 1.
Oh.
Chino's like, thank you.
Yeah, and the slang's dead even. Honestly, Octane having the worst map of anyone in the lobby at 3 and 7. Probably get things going at some point, which will help Luminosity regain some composure here. Slack continuing to be the one to flood up the furthest for LG. We've seen him in cabin and the cabin area countless times so far this map.
And you've just seen, I feel like every player on either of these teams has gone big at one moment or another
100%.
in this grand final.
100%.
Who's it going to be here in game 3 with a tie game?
John just trying to stay alive as he can feel the pressure from TK mounting. He'll just run away towards middle to escape for now. And that's beautifully played. Chino sprints at him. Second player's there. Oh, John. If they cap this flag, it's because of the 3-piece he just had. That's a capture.
No, I'll give you a hint. They're going to score this flag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great into the first half here from LG. They allow Team Kaliber to tie it up, but in the final 5 seconds, it's Cap putting through his second score.
Yeah, they tried to flood forward for one more. You know, I'm wondering, they knew they had 4 dead, right? John got that final kill. I'm wondering if they maybe send him back with the flag towards their base. He shoots and kills JCap, picks up the flag, caps it, because he was already on a 4 streak. He was very close to earning that fighter pilot. Or I'm just making that up.
Let's see where he's at when we start the half. He didn't die, right?
No, he did.
He did? Okay.
They had 3 seconds left and they capped. They tried to sprint forward for one more final desperation.
Trying to get a relay.
Yeah, everyone dead. I'm sure we can check John, but yeah, no one with streaks yet.
Streaks are a big part of why Luminosity was able to win the first one. That's what led to that long standoff in the second half. Like you said, no streaks earned at this time. Kenny, some nice hip fire there into cabin as he picks up Octane. 2 down right now, make it 3 down, sorry, for Luminosity. Slack, the last man. Ooh. Kenny tries to shoulder peek it, but Slack a little too quick on the trigger finger. The defense holding for Luminosity.
The pressure was a little bit too slow from Ruins. They had no one flooding up to shoot that player in the back. John now with a stun onto 1. Spots the second as well. He'll real challenge and again removes 2 more from the map. Octane with the melee kill. JCap is here, but this shouldn't be a pull. Yeah, Chino holds.
Nice hold from Chino. I swear John's PPSH is shooting faster than everybody else. Every time he's in a fight versus 2 players, he's winning it, just screaming forward. It was a 5 streak before. He dropped 1 more there to try and make a play, but once more, the defense holds for Team Kaliber.
Slight slaying edge now over to LG. Both teams knowing exactly where their final opponent is, so they will reset the map. You should see them all fan on out. Look at everybody expanding on the map, making sure they have everything covered. A bunch of one-on-one engagements. The first 2 go in TK's favor. The third should as well. Thankfully, Octane is ready from the pressure from Kenny.
That's just one of those big kills. I mean, I know it looks simple for Octane, but if he doesn't win that, if Kenny guns him, that could end up being a score. Kenny gets flag out and might be able to make a play behind it, but that's why you rely on a strong AR like Octane to make those plays.
TK have all the map positioning. Now it's these couple engagements. First one goes to JCap. Now a 3-on-3. They're putting pressure towards the lower river. It's accuracy pinching in. 3 dead. Octane, the last hope, gets 2. Accuracy will get away. The flag is out. No streaks. They just have to watch this field cross. They also have to be worried about a potential pinch coming from Octane. This is by no means a flag cap yet. We should see LG grab it and try to run away, but unfortunately for them, Chino is already thinking ahead. He's pinching them inside bunker. They're about to get collapsed on. They have no idea the 2 pieces there. TK ties up the map.
So what would be, we had a 250 to 249, round 11. What's the closest we can do CTF? It has to go to overtime, right?
Overtime, 2 seconds left.
Well, look at accuracy right now. Not only did they get the cap, but accuracy very close to streaks. He gets the score. He gets the 3 kills. Yeah, not able to win against Octane there, but the rest of his team clean up everybody. Octane's going to be last.
That was a team kill. That was a team kill.
Oh, okay, good call.
So there's still 2 alive. 1 player pushed up Ruins. There you go. Now Chino gets it in. Oh my goodness, folks. Accuracy because of that flag cap and 4 kills will earn 2 streaks for the final 2 minutes of this game. TK still with the map positioning. Oh, are they about to just go for it right now?
The theory dead.
They really have no one pushed up to pull a flag.
Couldn't finish. John back in spawn.
I don't If you're going to do that, you need your player Ruins to already be close enough to pull this flag. Even if they got kills, I mean, maybe you could sprint 1 on in, but questionable right there.
Well, accuracy's still working on the artillery. Chino has a 4 streak to work with as well right now. Theory patrolling mid-map. Accuracy now starting to sneak through. Sees JCap's feet, gets challenged, but able to win it. Should be traded out pretty quickly.
No artillery. But now look at Chino. If he gets a kill, he earns 2 more streaks.
He's in a power position right now.
Nade coming in. They might try to nade him out and then immediately challenge.
Well, you know, LG, they're aware. He's working on these streaks right now. They're so worried about the Ruins push. Now you get a little bit of help here. So Kenny's pushed up with him. Maybe play a little bait and switch game, trying to find this streak. They're going to push Slack here. Now Jake out the back. There's the streaks. A couple more to work with. He does get traded out, but several down right now for Luminosity. Suddenly it's Kenny. It's a one-on-one with Octane.
The bigger thing here, though, is because JCap kills Chino, he can't call on these streaks to clear out the base so Kenny can pull the flag. Look at the overextension. Are they ready for this at all on the side
Slack.
of TK?
Slacked. Getting in over the overextension.
A trade comes in from Kenny. Flag looking to be pulled. The last one alive is in his spawn. It's a 1v1 for Chino. 30 seconds left. This is looking like it has OT written all over it. Maven, would you have it any other way?
I would not. OT in this, a 250 to 249, then a game 5. That's what I'm looking forward to. However, unrealistic.
15 seconds, 3 dead. They can do this.
They can do it.
TK can pull this flag.
And they got the streaks to work with.
Accuracy will run it. They have to watch this field overextension. Chino's just going to call the fighter pilot. I absolutely love this. He's just trying to slow them down. Players pushing up. JCap has Mountain on. He knew there was going to be some sort of streaks in play.
JCap's there. JCap's going to get a touch.
JCap should get the touch. He'll get the flag out, and we're heading into extra time. JCap knows they have the streaks. He swaps to Mountain. It's why he's a 2-time world champion.
Yeah, what's longer? Extra time into overtime. Nice shots there from Kenny.
Streak coming in.
Glide bomb. There's the glide bomb, able to pick up the flag carry. Look at coming in from behind. Who's that? It's Theory. Theory has a chance to make a play.
The hero.
Theory can make a play. Trying to get the return. Dive for it. Gets it. And the score's through. Every single time they have to clutch up in those moments, it is TK.
Except for game 2.
Except for, well, we'll forget about that one.
Completely negates
this series is madness, man.
Oh, my God.
Except for
laughing.
game 2.
I'm just laughing. Yeah, literally the last map they didn't clutch up. They were in a 4v2 and choked it.
This is going to be going on for like 3 hours. I forgot about it. But now those moments, okay, in respawns, we'll say in respawns.
I thought JCap made the 3,000 IQ play, and he did. He stuck in 1-1v1. He needed to pull the flag out, but in the end, it's Theory finding the open lane in the panic moments. Shoots the flag carrier, and there's no one close enough to trade the kill. Extra time for map 3. One narrow cap is the difference. We remain as close as physically possible in this series.
And we know how the 2 times they've played St. Marie have gone on Hardpoint in the last couple of matchups. They have been so close. This has to go to a game 5, right? It has to.
Not only is this awesome, Maven, because this is the 3rd series these teams have played. One was won by TK. One was won by LG. So it'll almost be like a best-of-3 series victory as well for whoever claims the grand finals. Whew. I just want the next map to start.
Yeah.
I don't want to break anything down. I just want to go next.
I mean, the St. Maries have been so exhilarating through both of the matchups. No one's been able to hold on to a lead for long. The last time we casted, there were so many lead changes throughout it. You see the guys talking through the game right now.
St. Marie's next? I just forget.
Right? Is it St. Marie, St. Marie, or did I just make that up?
If it is, then that's absolutely awesome.
I could be lying.
That is absolutely awesome.
I do that frequently.
No, it's fine. I believe you.
I think it's St. Marie, St. Marie.
What is going through the minds of these players right now? They've got to be mentally exhausted from the series they've played today. Again, they didn't just start today, Maven, in the grand finals. They had to win multiple series to even get to this point.
It's like one of those baseball games that goes 19 innings, and by the end, it's like it's midnight. Everyone's ready to go.
Oh, it's like Little League baseball at that point. It's such low caliber play.
Well, these guys have not let up, though, I'll tell you that much.
They haven't. We're taking a breather ourselves. I'll be honest, it's been a lot of casting in the last hour and a half to 2 hours. Game is starting on up. We appreciate you all tuning into the CWL New Orleans Global Open presented by PS4. If you're enjoying what you're watching, use the hashtag CWLPS4. Tell your friends, your family to tune in. It will be St. Marie back-to-back in games 4 and 5. The closest the map can be at Hardpoint is 250 to 249. That's what happened. The closest in S&D can be is 6 to 5. That's what happened. The
close as a CTF can be is a 1 flag difference in extra time. That is what happened. Game 4. It's going to be LG winning 250 to 249 to send us to the Game 5. I just want it to happen. I hope TK fans root for that to happen.
I don't think they are.
They're not, but I'm definitely not.
Let's just get this to a 5th and final map. But, you know, it's been a tale of 2 games for John on this. You know, the first time he drops 40 for the loss. The next time it's much more of a even spread for Luminosity, and they get the victory. What will we have here? It's time, buddy.
So far across these series they've played, the map count split between these teams. 6 for TK, 5 for LG. If LG win this, it would put it at a perfect 6-6 to see who wins the best of them. 13-game split in Game 5. Kenny with first blood. This is exactly how TK started this map last time.
Yeah, I mean, they usually pick up 30 to 40 points in this first hard point. Whatever their opening break is, Luminosity has not been able to adapt to it. It doesn't help they have a team kill off the opening break as well. But a very good start yet again here from Team Kaliber. But still, top spawn for Luminosity. They'll let them get this time. And they're just going to get a nice setup. They'll take one more crack probably to try and make a play here. But you don't want to feed streaks this early. You got Kenny on a 2-streak halfway there. He's getting very, very close already.
He's just going to play his life. He's got teammates watching over. Look, they're trying to wall bang from outside. And look, he's going to try to fire back. Gets one more.
Look at the number 3
alive.
on the minimap, though. Look at the number 3 on the minimap. That's accuracy pushing through the back.
He's flipped the spawn.
He flipped the spawn, so he makes a play. Kenny's going big inside. Accuracy's making plays in the back.
Fury dead. LG have number advantage here, but Accuracy is just going to try to stay alive until he gets some sort of help. Chino rallying forward. Kenny trying to help him here. He hears Slack, gives away his position. LG now have full knowledge of where the pressure's coming from. Are they ready for this push from inside White? It doesn't appear so. Kenny with streaks already.
Kenny picks up streaks, but Octane was trying to hold strong. He finally is going to get chopped down by Chino. Fury, Chino trying to work their way into the hard point. Now is TK. They find the kills behind the fighter pilot. That's why you don't feed streaks early. Kenny's hungry, and he cuts down everybody as Theory's making plays out front. That's actually Accuracy's grenade over the top that slows him down.
Kenny 9-2 off the break of this map. LG desperately pushing for one more chance at this hill. It's not going to happen. TK will earn themselves a full almost 1 minute lead after just 2 hills in this map. Maven, let's go to a listen in with Team Kaliber as they're on the verge of another championship.
You want to hit front? You want to hit front? And dive on? Right. I'm going field.
Bring my car, Ollie.
You dug down me tower. Okay.
Bottom mid, close bottom mid.
We gotta live, bro. We gotta live.
John,
Feed them street.
John's going tank, it looks like. John,
flank tower.
Like.
I can dive on the back, bro. I got the guy tower. John.
Nice, John was
I'm glide on.
John's bottom red.
Alright, bottom red. No, he's mid back. I'll kill front. Front dead. Alright. I got mid on me. He's mid. Bottom mid. John's close, yeah. We gotta kill John.
One got front close.
On the back,
bottom mid.
Cap got me on the back.
Don't let him die. Don't die.
I'm dead. Alright, one in hill, one's
by pillar. John's by pillar. I hit him with an 8 pillar.
One's close out. I got kill from hill. I'm rotating.
John was close.
On the black.
Still behind the tank, too. One more on the right side of the tank.
Let's go, baby.
Octane on hill. The other guy's been.
Oh, Alley. Don't feed streaks. Don't feed it.
Nice. One more there.
Oh, you want to Tom?
Oh, J-Cap.
You gotta kill.
No, he's one shot old.
One more there. But hey, one more hay. One guy's on ult. One guy old. Play new. Let's go, boys.
Hey, weak with the nade.
Okay. I'm going bottom mid.
I need a hit. Oh, hey, got me. It's STG. He's weak. Weak on me. I need help.
I'm trying to help you. I'm looking over you.
One's bottom mid army, weak.
Who challenged you? I got one more there.
No, one shot green. Let's try shed.
Bottom mid, absolute. J-Cap, he's on a 5 streak. Bottom mid.
We gotta kill J-Cap. He's gonna push out shed or something.
Yeah, he's by shed. Slack dead.
I'm flanking tower to top mid.
Top mid dead.
Alright.
Bottom green, mid hill, dead. Let's go. I got one shot. Let me go. My hill.
Get it.
Fighter plane. I got a stun hay belt.
J-Cap only able to earn that fighter pilot as now almost a 3-piece lined up there for Theory. Kenny has not let his foot off the gas pedal. Maven, he's now 13-8, leading his team in kills.
Let's see if he can keep it going throughout. Filling the kill feed is Luminosity for now. Jumping in top window. And it's now a lead for Luminosity. The first change of this map. One of what could be many more. But Catman, I'll tell you what. He may not always put up the numbers, but when it matters most, he seems to. 15-8 from Cap.
Even after all these years, still has the respect of every single pro player in the scene for moments like this. 15-8, 30 seconds in the hard point. Chino does get the better of him there. TK, they typically dominate in this bottom red hill, and they're not stopping anytime soon. As they get the first 15 seconds off this hard point, and they're looking for more after the two-piece from Theory.
JCap just trying to get in and contest. Theory, look how close he is to streaks. He's got 4 kills in a row. He's been patrolling the hard point. Just make sure you get this kill. They're pushing down bottom. Oh, the hip fire there, blessed by the gods, and he's gonna find himself a fighter pilot in the glide bomb.
Keep that moment in mind, folks. Nice re-challenge from Octane to at least push out these TK players. They are in control of the next spawns. Another headshot from Slack. The lead gonna be about 30 seconds as we move towards this back winery hardpoint.
Slack tagged up, trying to push up mid-map. See what JCap can do next as they're trying to break these spawns. They are able to eliminate Chino in the back. So you see that's number 2. Kenny has tucked into that back Ramos. Streaks now starting to come in. JCap running for his life. Sorry, can't sprint away from the glide bomb. Tucked to the cute corner is Theory. He gets the glide bomb kill. He finds the second as he pushes out, and he tracks the third. But look at where they're spawning at the top. You still have a close spawn for Luminosity. You have a good chance to maybe break here or make a play. But an early grenade from Chino at least slows it down.
He was trying to hold L. John, though, with some great shots, eliminates him. Accuracy, the two-piece. A nade comes in. TK all dead. And I'm thinking they should just rotate towards this next hard point.
So despite the fact they used the glide bomb, they split it pretty much 50-50, right? Opening 30 to TK. You get a fortunate spawn there on the top side of the map. And they will find the final 30, and the lead's going to build out basically to what it was heading into Winery.
They should hear JCap peeking this corner. He's got, yeah, look, he's trying to pinch this angle. Chino gets it. First kill in favor of TK. A streak coming on in. That kills accuracy in the hard point. They should spawn there still. Yes, he does on that bottom middle street. And they know they've got the front push held for now. A good trade, some time in the hard point, and TK again begin to chip away at the lead.
We're going to see another lead change here unless Octane decides to invest this fighter pilot as well. The glide bomb didn't really turn into much of anything. Here we go. They're going to use this. Is anyone in a position to sprint forward and actually push these spawns out? You got to get going. They're still spawning in the back, but you do connect. Everybody gets wiped out, but they still get another spawn in the back. All 4 fall. Nobody pushed forward far enough for Luminosity to make a play. Chino comes off spawn, picks up a couple of kills. JCap doing his best to at least get a kill and get into the hard point, but TK is still here. However, time going to Luminosity.
Yeah, time going to LG, and it will remain the same lead as before, maybe even a little bit better for LG. TK, look at JCap, 21-14, fighter pilot, 1 kill off of 2 more streaks. Can't snap onto accuracy quick enough there. He gets shut down.
At least he's got the fighter pilot, the one that can be huge, specifically on this hard point. Cap stomping around, should be picked off by Theory here momentarily. Tucked away in that corner, and Barn as Theory gets the kill. Octane finds 2 for the side of Luminosity. And this is going to be a bloodbath as everybody trying to get forward.
Fighter pilot now coming in from JCap. They want these 40 seconds. And it's the best hill in the game to use that streak on. It makes sense.
And John's position up here is going to make this so difficult. They've got the bottom covered. They push towards the top. But Theory now with the fighter pilot in. Back and forth we go. Luminosity still holding on to a 40-point advantage. Nice shot from Theory there to pick up a kill. The race is on to get back in as there's still 20 crucial seconds here. JCap finds another 2-piece still, just being a monster. 4 streak already from him. He might be working on more streaks, Jack.
All signs pointing towards a game 5 right now, Maven, as Luminosity are just 50 seconds away from tying up this series again and seeing another S&D.
Cap, the streak continues. It's up to 5, trying to wallbang there on the accuracy. He knows he's out front, still has his couple in the clip. The assist is actually enough to pick up another fighter pilot. Over the 200-point mark now is Luminosity looking to bury Team Kaliber. They could technically do it here.
Look at JCap still trying to stay alive. You know they've got him tagged. 1 more kill could be the way to shut the door. He gets it. It's time for the flamethrower in bottom red. 218 to 144. LG now taking over on the back of JCap as he is beaming everything from top red.
How did John and him switch? He's just flying across map. What phenomenal play from Cap here in 8 streak. A 9 streak almost turns for the 10th. Finally he'll fall, but Luminosity so close to closing this out, and so many streaks now behind Cap, buddy.
16 more seconds, 15 more seconds is all they need. It's a 90-second lead right now. TK need the best sequence of events that they have had so far this weekend in order to take this map and win the championship, and it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Fighter pilot in, streaks raining down. One last push, Maven. I think we're going to a game 5.
Yeah, enjoy this push. Glide bomb in, Kenny down. Accuracy trying to push forward, he's gonna drop. Luminosity holding, and we're going to a game 5.
These teams are in the middle of their 3rd series together so far this weekend.
Octane there summed it up perfectly.
The map split is 6-6. TK coming into this grand final had yet to lose a series in Call of Duty World War II on land. Do not go anywhere. The final map of the tournament after this quick break.
Always have good vibes in this team. I didn't really know what to expect at first.
We just like to have a good time while we play. I think that if you take Call of Duty seriously every single day, you're going to get on each other's nerves.
You know, I'm very happy with how we play and like how we communicate. It's great. It's a lot of fun being on a team that
that has these vibes and is always cracking jokes, always having fun while playing. Teaming with John and J-Cap, it's a lot different change of pace. Cap's one of those players who will consistently always make the right play. He may not be the shiniest player when it comes to stat lines, but he's always going to consistently make the play to win you the game, and he's always going to tell you what to do and what's going to better the team. Slack and Octane, the past 2 years specifically, they were absolute monsters. I wouldn't say this year's any different. I think we're at that same spot as their past teams. I think those two are just great players. We just need to show up. If we come here and we play our game, I think we can easily win the event.
It's game 5 in the grand final. It's one map to decide your CWL New Orleans champions. And neither of these teams have lost a game 5 this weekend, buddy.
I need to set the stage for everybody at home. These two teams are currently in their 3rd series across the entire weekend facing off against each other. TK beat LG in the winner's bracket final. LG beat TK in the first best of 5 of this grand final. The map split, 12 games so far, 6 for either team. This is a $32,000 search and destroy map right here. This is what Call of Duty Esports is all about.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Ladies and gentlemen here in New Orleans, are you guys having fun? Oh, this crowd has been great throughout this incredible grand final. TK won the last major Call of Duty Global Open LAN event earlier this season at the CWL Dallas Open. LG, they're looking to not only hand TK their first LAN series loss, which they already did in this grand final, but 2 in a row. Absolutely unheard of. And they're all fighting for that trophy you see right there, front and center on the main stage. This is a look at the 2nd best of 5 so far. Map 1, 250 to 249, 1 second the difference. Game 2, as close as it could possibly be, 6-5.
And remember in that game too, it goes to around 11. It's a 2v4 pulled off by Luminosity.
Yep.
TK's chance for revenge here, buddy.
The CTF went all the way to extra time, where TK clutched up. And St. Marie de Mont Hardpoint, a statement game from J-Cap and crew. The map is loading up. Throw your predictions out the window. Forget about everything that happened this weekend. This is all it comes down to, one final map for the title of the CWL New Orleans Global Open Champions.
Here we go. This could go down as one of the greatest series of all time in Call of Duty Esports history. And the series is decided by this one map. 10 seconds on the clock. Here we go, pal.
One last deep breath. I'm sure all the players are doing the same. I know the fans are the same boat as well. It's Team Kaliber on offense first. Accuracy, our CWL Dallas Open MVP. Got to be running that assault rifle. It looks like an all-out B onslaught from TK to start this round. They've already claimed control of the site.
You didn't see any nades, I don't think, out of the defensive side, so they're going to look to double nade this. That's what you see Theory. There it is. Double nades in. Theory was patient. Now we can move forward for the plant. Good heads-up play from Theory.
He did get tagged by one. The last one comes in. They think it's accuracy in the back. Instead, it is Theory. So no one will die. 4v4. It's up to the retake for LG.
You can see them positioning now at the front. 2 players stacked in red as well. Chino wins the first gunfight there at back tower. Accuracy looking over him as well. 2v4 early for Luminosity. We'll hop to Chino's POV. Let's go to Octane, actually, as he's going to be in the 1 versus 4. Nice shots. Gives Chino a haircut, but still, 3 more players to find.
Accuracy close. He sees him there, tries to at least get a second. Don't think it's going to happen. He's cleaned up. TK. Strike first as they dodge every single grenade from LG.
And that's tough. I mean, I don't mind how you played that from LG. I prefer to see that kind of a tip to retake with the grenades. It's just, they toss them a little bit further, you find an opening kill. That second one's a little bit closer, you maybe clean up a weak Theory. Just maybe a little bit of lady luck there with the TK side.
No, it's not even that, man. That was a smart play. They know the timings that teams are used to. You wait a few seconds. Okay, let's throw them. TK know that they're
Well, you saw Theory waiting.
Yeah.
Playing a little bit more passive. Didn't rush in for the plant.
He played it flawlessly. As again, we'll take a look at what nades land on in. It will be this time LG soaring into the site. It looks like a smoke will be the first tactical out for TK as they look to retake.
Smoke is out. Can we see, is anyone hitting the flank right now for TK is the question. Yes, it's going to be accuracy. He came up big in a round 11 flank, and that was against Clayster of E United, where he made that huge play, looking to do it again now. But it's 2v3.
Oh, and he's going to nade the site.
Kenny and accuracy looking to make a play. Can Kenny get to the top window? Then we get tagged is the question. Spots one for a second and has to back down. Now accuracy peeking the backside.
What?
Kenny, how does Kenny find 2 kills in this situation? What did he just do?
How did he just do that? How did he just do that? They must have body stacked the panic from LG, and it's Kenny, who we thought had no chance there, kills both.
Last we saw his POV, he's peeking top window. He has to back down nearly immediately. They had to have body stacked. Or Kenny just did some Kenny-like thing that we missed.
A potential $32,000 blunder right there from LG on the biggest of stages.
Yeah, I'll be interested to hear how that went down from the LG side. But now, TK back to offense. Let's see if the strategy on defense maybe changes for Luminosity at all. You saw the nades. The late nade's not really effective. Now it looks like they're going to play.
This time they figured it out. This time they figured it out. Fury, look where he was. He was in that same spot as last time. Slack reads it like a book. They hit the nades. He gets 150 for planting, so accuracy, will not earn the streaks as of yet.
So scary to be that bomb carrier going into the B site. But you can. This is very, very winnable to 3v4 with bomb down.
I think LG still have some utility to push back into the site, and if they do, that could spell disaster for TK.
Well, Kenny's the big player here because he's watching the flank, and there's 3 players hitting from that side. He wide peeks off.
He had to. He was about to get hit by a nade. JCap picks one more, slacked with the other. What did I just say? What did I just say? That is one of the toughest gunfights to take, the player behind the bomb. The only way that's winnable is if you force him out of position with a grenade, whether it's the shell shock shaking his screen or weakening him as we saw there. Beautifully done. If they don't have that grenade, I guarantee you accuracy gets a kill.
And they keep it for that exact reason. You know they invested grenades earlier and to pick up the first blood on Theory. But yeah, totally agree. They don't have that grenade there. That is easy pickings there.
Last time, right? LG threw all 4 nades in a matter of 5 seconds, got nothing because of it. This time they say, hey,
they adapt.
Let's use this wisely. It's a sign of a championship caliber team right there as they get around on the board.
John now gets into the bomb site.
Another smoke.
They'll be watching top. Smoke invested. Remember last time accuracy flank. Now he did the deep flank. Are they going to be ready for this time? Because he's doing the same thing here again.
Slack with his 3rd first blood of this map. Theory, though, soars into the site, at least gets 1, tries to challenge a second, not going to happen there.
Accuracy's coming. He's the last guy. Is he too late? Believe the answer is yes with 3 down, but bomb still hasn't been planted. He's in from behind, they're all 3 lining up! Accuracy finds all 3! The late flank, ice in his veins!
We've seen it all. We've seen it all.
I called his flank out. It was like 30 seconds before that. It was so slow, they didn't think it was coming.
We've seen it all.
And that's 2 blunders now for LG, right? The body stack, and then that shouldn't happen.
Oh, goodness. The crowd now fully behind this TK team. They look to surge into the site. I don't think Slack earned any streaks. None to show for it. He was just 1 kill away. Bomb planted. TK to try to hold.
Accuracy tagging up John in the top window. You see 2 players top. May try a bit of a bait and switch, but Chino is able to find the opening. 2 kills. Accuracy should add another, at least the assist to Theory. Luminosity falling apart now in game 5. Slacked all by his lonesome.
An unwinnable round here for Slack. Bye-bye. TK. 2 rounds away from back-to-back CWL major event championships.
Chino goes big there with the 2 opening kills. Makes it an easy round for the team Kaliber side. But tell you what, if we've learned anything over the course of these matchups, there are very rarely blowouts. LG is going to make a play here. But is the fact they maybe threw away a couple of rounds too tall a task, Jack?
We thought it was impossible to win a series against TK, or 2, as a matter of fact. In the grand final, that might just prove true. LG getting to the site. Standard play. Stun comes in. As they look to flood, there's a smoke there. First blood for John. The peek from Kenny. The peek doesn't work. Chino by himself now as LG shows some life.
And Chino right now, maybe you can just find a kill out of this. You're not going to be able to pull off the 1v4, but you're 300 towards streaks. You should see him play this very patiently. Maybe he's going to see if he can just peek and get a kill.
Nope.
Ah, well, very close to getting it. I don't know. Maybe try to stay alive there. He's not that close to streaks, but still you got 300 points behind you. I thought he was going to peek it, either rip him off this tower and back. And if he didn't, he'd run away. I didn't expect him to re-peek.
4-2, LG within arm's reach as they continue to fight tooth and nail for every single engagement they get in.
Still 2-round advantage for TK. And they are back on the offensive side of things. Theory into sight. Your guess is as good as mine if he'll survive this plant.
And look, TK continue to change things up. They've been baiting out this deep, deep spot. This time, they plant the bomb on Luminosity's side. They call the bluff. The nades don't hit. And now they must hold for 35 seconds.
You've got 2 players.
They're so ready for this.
Yep. Accuracy gets picked, but there to trade it out. There's one more pushing in the back. He gives away his position with the shot, so Kenny knows he's running for his life. 2 players now swarming Kenny. Kenny with a gun finds the answers. Yes, Octane cut down. One more there. Kenny can't snap.
2v1. Theory by himself. 17 seconds left. This is still winnable for LG. They pinch him. They get the kills. John going for the defuse. This is information that TK now have, John. 1 kill from streaks.
Oh. This match is too much, man. This is a treat.
This is just ridiculous.
I mean, it's got to go 11. Give me 11.
Oh, it has to, please.
And a big part of that, I know you're down around, but if John can get these streaks,
he's got the bomb. And how many times have we seen plants so far this game? We're what, 7 rounds in? And there's already been 5 plants. Odds are in his favor to plant this bomb. TK know this. They're going for the retake. They're going to try before he can even plant it, looks like. Here they come. It's going to be an all-out onslaught. Got it! He gets the plant off in time. And Theory dies as well. A swing momentum in LG's favor. It's a 2v2. 2 players in the site. Chino trying to stay alive. They know one's behind the bomb. Accuracy kills off John. It's JCap by himself now. He does have the angle for this bomb. He peek out. He sees Chino and plays his life.
25 seconds. Accuracy. JCap.
He's calling his bluff. He spots accuracy. He knows he does not have to check until 9 seconds left. JCap again, just staying alive now. He'll peek on out. He can't do this too early. He got it! He got it! He got it!
Accuracy once again in the clutch.
He peeks it too early. Oh no, all he has to do is just shoulder peek for a brief moment.
3 rounds now, LG should have won.
Yeah, we should already be celebrating their championship. Honestly. How many times do we see pro players tweet, we choke maps, we choke games? No, this is what a choke is. This right here. TK 1 round away from being our grand champions. John still has 2 streaks to work with. Don't forget.
It's true. Accuracy building towards some. John calling it in. Should catch. Theory, no, he gets around the edge.
Theory still dies, though. He forces Theory to push towards that side. JCap's ready 4 versus 3. Oh, 1 shot. Well, JCap challenges to follow up. Does appear so. They've got to get a pinch developing, and it looks like it's slowly coming. It's from Octane.
Can't believe he survives that.
Playing middle map, Octane's been spotted. Chino with 1, now a 3-on-3. Still possible to win this if you're TK. Octane dead, 1 final hope. It's Slack, he's been spotted, he's been eliminated, and Team Kaliber will go back-to-back as they are crowned your CWL New Orleans Grand Champions.
Team Kaliber are your 2018 CWL New Orleans champions.
right, congratulations, Team Kaliber, for the second time in a row. Now, Chino, what does this mean to you to be two-time back-to-back champions?
It means the world. A lot of people, we weren't going to be able to win again, and I'm glad we could prove them wrong.
Now, what was going through your head during those last two series?
Honestly, first series was kind of a fluke to us. We